Monday, football time. And then again, when is it not 49ers football time? If you just catch us for the first time, this is Monday Night Raw, in which we normally, during the course of the season, although it's really funny, we didn't get Raw this past season, right? I think it has something to do with last year. At the end of last 2017 season, we came in with expectations and high hopes, so we didn't expect to get mad. We was mad every week just about. What was our record? We won 4 games? Did we win 5? We won 4. 4 games? 5 games. Wait a minute. Oakland, Detroit, Broncos. Anyway, we didn't win very many games. So anyway, things going on. 49ers making changes to make that change for next year, though. So, and the headlines of the day: continued pressure from Niners royalty and huge Antonio Brown fan. Jerry Rice, Jimmy Tomsula, Bryant Young to replace the outgoing Jeff Zgonina. It doesn't matter anymore. And Scangarello, in spite of being told no, Broncos ask again, and it's okay now. Rich could be leaving us. Our quarterbacks coach could be leaving us and on his way to Denver to be the OC. Glad we don't have to play the Broncos this year. I don't like that a team that knows what we do is going to be playing against us. Although Kyle says every year he changes that anyway. So there you go. So as I say, it seems the 49ers are under pressure, or continuing pressure, from Niners royalty and huge Antonio Brown fan, Jerry Rice, has went from endorsing Antonio Brown to becoming a spokesperson, it seems. And PR, man, too, Jerry's all over this case. It's like him and Antonio, I think it's a bromance going or something. What these dudes are they're FaceTiming each other? What? They're talking about planning on working out together? I mean, I got no problem. Jerry's got a huge interest, and that could have a huge impact because, as I say, they become bros with all kinds of plans they're making up here. AB, it seems, wants to pick Jerry's brain with aspirations to join the 49ers. The questions are both John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan on the same page with Jerry Rice regarding Antonio Brown. And, of course, as I said the other day, John, one thing we've noticed about Santa Clara now, you know how we used to get leak after leak after leak, and a lot of it's perpetuated by Trent Baalke himself, I'm sure. They put them leaks out there on purpose. See, because you can, you work through that narrative, you can get the desired effect. Because if I put rumor A, B, or whatever, so it's gonna be conceived as rumor by us. If I put out the right material, see, I'm gonna get a bite, and then I place my next move after that. It's all a planned strategy. They're messing with our minds. Yes, they are. And then things come to fruition later on because they've already set it up. They got the feedback they wanted to see if there was a positive or negative on it, and then they act accordingly. Ain't fooling nobody. John does not play that game. John's not looking for anybody's particular reaction. He's going to go by, he's got a criterion he follows, and he stays with it. If they're talking to AB's people in Pittsburgh, things are being worked out. More than likely, they're probably fielding. They probably got a switchboard operator sitting in Pittsburgh now. Yes. Yeah. No, you'll have to take an appointment. No, he's not. You can make an appointment, and he'll get back to you shortly. All right? And that's just got going on in Pittsburgh because everybody's calling about AB. You know it. So I figure this was coming up next. And also, Tomsula, Bryant Young to replace the outgoing Jeff Zgonina. It's not going to happen, fam. Yeah, just today, the 49ers have filled a job vacancy with former Miami Dolphins defensive line coach Kris, is that Kocurek? Kocurek. He's been around for a long time. Also, the 49ers have now given the Broncos permission to interview Rich Scangarello for the Denver offensive coordination position. It seems Scangarello is interviewing for the Broncos offensive coordinator position that remained open after Gary Kubiak walked away. What was Kubiak's problem? Because of disagreements regarding assistant coaches and overall scheme. Gary, So Mr. Kubiak says, and you know, John Elway was hot on him, bringing him back. But apparently Big John just wants some Shanahanism in his life again, because he goes to Kubiak, who's also a proponent of the Shanahan system. And Scangarello, of course, is also well addressed in the Shanahan system. So therefore, and you know what that means, don't you? This is going to have a domino effect. Whereas they're going to bring in Scangarello, why not bring in Nick Foles? Ooh, we'll see. Because Nick Foles can run the West Coast. You know he can. And we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be fun to watch what happens all season. But more to our point, though, let us go now and see what's going on with you regarding the Jerry Rice, Antonio Brown situation. Star Scream, Venom 23, sup? Civic Sport ejected. Civic Sport, man, I haven't seen you in a long time. I just realized. What's up, fam? Eloy Reyes, what's good? Green Lantern. We've got a DC comic hero here today. Green Lantern. I have to say I still like Marvel, but I'll take, it's okay. In regard to Kocurek, please don't be bringing Ziggy with you. Oh, woo! Ain't that the truth? Because he was in Detroit for a while. And Joe Zaragoza. They said Joe Zaragoza. Zaragoza. I'm sorry. Joe Zaragoza, right? Hey, when are we getting a new podcast? Soon, actually. I'm working on that. All right. Niner by Nature, can't wait to hear what Ronbo has to say about Jerry and the bromance going on between him and AB. I'm trying to remain objective about this. Listen, if he wants to play 49ers that bad, I want him. All right. Elias Lopez, up! And Salvador Babisca, new coach equals Cam Jordan. Sal, good observation. ACT. Sebastian the Depressed. We had him undepressed last year, too. Sebastian the Depressed Niner fan. Yeah, what's up, fam? And there's Coach who says thoughts on Antonio Brown are going to be far and wide tonight for sure. Should be interesting. I know, man. Because Antonio's on the phone. He's unfriended all his Pittsburgh friends. And Salvador says AB is coming, no doubt. And Sal also says AB is coming, no doubt, again. Big Show. This is what Big Show has to say. Big Show. I want all those who suggested we aren't signing any big-name receiver to call in and admit how wrong you were. Boy, Show, you be... Ooh, you ain't right, boy. Consumer Bot says moving back, snagging Devin White might be a good move. And snag him, sorry. Ooh, wouldn't it? Devin White, boy. And I'm an a-hole, my boy. He said, so my boy from Baltimore posted how the Steelers want number one draft picks from these other 5 teams besides the Niners. You mean excluding the Niners? Have to put. Let me the Eagles, Saints, Green Bay, Colts, and of course the C. Oh, anything you want to fill that blank in with. It's cool to be you. What good? What's good with your fam? Time to get AB. Okay. Official LA King. We just need to focus on making our defensive roster better for next year. Adding AB as a cherry on top. Amen to that. Please give me some defense. Let me go to the phone. Hey, Kevin, step here. One more. I'm dreaming of adding Trey Flowers. Oh, my Kevin, we on the same thing. High fives everywhere, man. God. I'm dreaming of adding Trey Flowers, drafting Josh Allen, then adding Barr, the linebacker. But, God, it almost gives you a Woody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God, yes. Oh, defense. I see Rod. Rod, come on in here, man.
My man, Ronbo.
Rod.
What's going on, baby?
I'm talking about AB and Jerry, man. Them boys, they done fell in love with each other, man. Why whining and dining and carrying on, and Jerry's using all his powers as a 49er legend, gold coat wearing. Hey, y'all hear me? I'm Jerry Rice. And Antonio wants to be a 49er bad. Come on now. Is it going to work, Rod?
John Lynch. Hey, man, John Lynch, all I'm saying is this here, dog. You don't be on your shit. Jerry Rice coming, and Michael Irvin might be his assistant. That's what I'm talking about. I love the endorsement, man. I think it's good for the franchise.
It really, and for the 49er empire in general, it really is. To hear one of our gods speaking on behalf of AB, who's going to himself have a bus right next to the rest of the greats, it's kind of a nice storyline. I'm starting to roll with it.
I agree, man. And I mean, kudos to the all-time tight end stat chaser George Kittle for saying suck on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what got this thing started in the first place.
Yep. See where it's going.
I tell you what, man. I think that it's going to be a hell of an off-season, man, for 49ers this year. I'm really, really excited about it. I really am. I think that, you made the comment that, the 49ers want to get maybe one or two pieces. I think that wide receiver spot is a real valuable piece, man. And you think about Dante Pettis and possibly Richard James being in that starting lineup and Kendrick Bourne.
That speed, quickness, hands. Dang.
What about this here? Is it a possibility we look to replace Selleck as our second tight end? Can we go old school New England with Gronkowski and Hernandez? Is it a possibility, Ronbo?
Who you got in mind? Because, Selleck, he's not that kind of athletic. Selleck is that dude that's flying around. It's like everybody else is like a cloaking device. Selleck is flying. He's flying above that, what do we call it? We got those jets that fly under the radar that can't be seen. Anyway, Selleck is that dude. Huh? Drone. What?
Drone.
Yeah.
Drone.
See, Selleck is that dude who flies invisible. You can't see him until
suddenly. You mean stealth.
Stealth receiver. Thanks, fam. Yeah, Selleck is our stealth receiver. They don't see him until it's too late.
Right. Every little bit counts, man.
I know.
Every little bit counts.
I know.
Tell you what. Offensively, man, I think, man, we almost there. We can go ahead and get this damn draft right. The hell was that?
I don't know. I heard it too.
I thought it
was you.
Hey, Ronbo, there's a little replay there. Somebody's not on mute. You gotta mute everybody, brother.
Yeah. Hey guys, please, if we mute you, please don't unmute yourself because production people are busy, so they're not be able to look over there on that. Thanks, Vader. Go ahead, Rod.
Yeah. Shout out to Vader too, man.
Yeah.
Nana, man. Ronbo, I'm not the first person here today, so I'm not gonna take it long, but I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. I'm very, very ecstatic about the possibility of us getting AB. I'm still not gonna downplay the possibility of even going after Odell Beckham Jr. either, because it's been said that Shanahan says that they're definitely going to try. So I would rather have AB, but a young Odell Beckham Jr., my only concern with him would probably be injuries. But
OBJ, yeah, because he goes down every year. You're right.
Every year. I mean, he even had injury issues in LSU, so.
I didn't know about that. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I trust the guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. If AB wants to come, anybody of his stature that wants to be a 49 that bad, I can't even get mad. This rumor that I'm an asshole just wrote in and said that Pittsburgh's talking about, oh hell yeah, y'all got to give us a number one pick. See. They will have reduced their bids down to nothing, and they might be doing that just to do Antonio, because they know few teams are going to give up a number one pick for AB at 31 years old. I'll go number 2, but number 1.
Man, and I if it was me, I'd play chess with that second round pick. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just give it to you.
I know, you know.
I mean, we gonna start off with 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, there you go, and work your way up to 2. I like that, Rod. Need to put you up there and let you talk to Pittsburgh, because I'm not crazy about these high picks. So
I'm not either, man. I mean, this is such a talented year for the defensive side of the football that we're not gonna take any chances, man. I mean, it's just not gonna happen. But what about the other rumor that there's a possibility that we go again for the defensive line? And I'm not speaking of edge rush. I mean, like a possible Quentin Williams.
yeah, Rod, we got to stop right there. You heard Rod's question. Oh, that's on the menu tonight too. What do you think about another defensive lineman that's not named, or his job description is not edge rusher? All right, Rod. let me holler you out here, man. We're gonna jump on that, okay? You gonna get some opinions on that right now.
When's the next show gonna be, Ronbo?
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
You got to give time for something to happen. All right, fam. I know. It's from my Rod.
All right, y'all take it easy, man.
You too,
49ers,
Rod.
baby.
Well, there you have it, fam. And there's already people crying now. You'll see throughout Twitter and any social media you go on, 49er fans have, because they already know we're going to get somebody for the edge rusher. But people don't look at it like that. They say things like, oh, 4 years in a row with defensive line again. Ooh, they don't get it. You ain't gonna whoop nobody if you ain't powerful in the trenches. If you don't have an O-line and a defensive line, don't even think about going to the Super Bowl. Here's something else, too. Look at Kansas City. You know why Kansas City's getting ready to go to the Super Bowl? All of a sudden, they're playing defense. Ain't no way in hell to stop them from playing offense. They got every weapon in the world you need. And I'm talking the quarterback. What does Patrick do? What? And a perfect tight spiral. Tariq Hill. It's like they got some kind of telekinetic connection going on there. How does Hill know where to be? They work on that play? What the WTF? Okay. Niner Vegas says Solomon Thomas played a good number of snaps inside towards the latter part of the season. Something was terrible. Typo there. But I'm not sure what it is. Let's face it, we're all right on him draft day. We're all right on him on draft day. Niner Vegas, you're talking about all right as far as, well, never mind. Explain that one to me. Spider 1000 MTG, I still say go for Jalen Ramsey. Whew, man. Ooh. Easy the third. Hey, what's the word? Rice. I was going to say rice and beans. Rice and brown. And Ron Abelos, I want the DB coach from Philly. That's a done deal. We got the guy from Miami. Hall of Fame coach Tim Ronbo. Going to be a happy new year for us, fam. Oh, coach, you know, man. I really do think so. James Hambright, what's up? Niner Gang 999. Hey, what's up, fam? Alonso Soto Valencia. This is trade away Tart. Whoa, shots fired. Trade away Tart and second round pick. Eric Gomez. Yo, what's up, Eric? And on things, gotta get him. I don't know. And I'm an asshole says, there's a man. He's so, and say hello to the wifey. He's recently converted his wife. A lot of us who can't get that done. Got Cowboys and other fams, other teams' wives, girlfriends. Our boy here is reverted. His wife walks around with a 49er jersey on. Jerry Rice and Antonio Brown. This is Jeff Tan. Jerry Rice and Antonio Brown doing the hill together, holding hands. I pictured that. It's funny. Really today, is that right? Really today? Are we getting high tonight or what? Yeah. We ain't did nothing yet. Wait till they sign whoever. Hey, Big Show, thanks for everything. Since I sent you a list of our draft picks since 2010, and all but 2 have been bust. Don't be afraid to give up our pick. Draft is crapshoot. Yeah. Since 2010? Hey, Rich! I gotta check that out. Yo, Rich. Rich the Rich. Rich? Where you at, Rich? You little boop, boop, boop. Oh, I keep getting the wrong name. Vader! Sorry about that, Vader. Vader, what's up?
That's much, Ronbo. What's going on?
Oh, Vader, man. As I said, man, we have a cornbread, brown and rice. You know what I'm saying? And we go see if we go eat soon or what. But Vader, if there's anything truth, and Pittsburgh's probably gonna do this, Vader, they're gonna say, you like Antonio Brown? You know he's one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the NFL. You know you got to get up off a pick. And we ain't talking number 3, 2. We're talking 1. Vader, what do you do with this conversation? You hang up the phone, and you call back and say, all right, are you ready to be reasonable? All right, what do you do?
Well, I don't know. Somebody's still not off of mute, man. I get a lot of feedback, man. Is that you or is that us?
If you're getting feedback, could be me. Sometimes the wiring can get a little weird, or not. We can have these weird connections. You still hear it?
Yeah, I could hear you, but I got a bad feedback.
Okay.
Like,
Because
got a delay here.
We're watching the lines, trying to keep them cleared. All right, Vader, see if you can work with it though.
Okay, we'll do. Well, on the Antonio Brown situation, hey, you know what? He's a good player, man. He's a good player, and I would take him in a heartbeat. But I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up too much for him. I understand Pittsburgh's in the, they're in a jam, bro. And I think we can talk him down to trading a number 2.
Yeah. And that's reasonable, Vader. Come on, man. I don't know why Pittsburgh would expect any more than that. If they're serious about getting rid of Brown, if they hate him like they claim they do,
well, we both know they don't want to get rid of him, Ronbo. But he don't want to be there anymore, man. He's already going out there and whining and dining with Jerry Rice. He wants to come. He wants to come to an empire, man.
You know what though? They do want to get rid of Antonio because you know what? Antonio, ever since the locker room caper with the flashing stuff across social media while he was in there talking, they've not been happy about that. And then you have last year not making the playoffs, and then this year not making the playoffs, and Antonio's on the sidelines making Ben Roethlisberger crazy, throwing balls at him and hollering at him and getting on the coach, and coach is trying to jerking his arm away. He's become more maintenance than they want to deal with. So I kind of think they really do want to get rid of him at this point because they don't want to see another year like that. If they was making the playoffs with Brown, you go ahead and you say, bite the bullet. He's a superstar. We're winning games. Just have to put up with him. But they ain't winning no games, Vader, and they're getting the butt beat. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's too much distraction with him there. So, but again, we don't want to get into a position either. We got plenty of money, so money's not the situation. But giving up a pick, I mean, we don't really know what we have on offense because everybody keeps getting hurt.
And yes,
true. If we were a little more healthy, then we could be able to kind of say yay or nay. But right now it's a question mark. And he could pose a deep threat. I mean, he can help us get Pettis and Bourne and Goodwin out in the open.
So, Goodwin don't need no help, but the rest of them dudes, he can run the entire route tree. You could put Antonio anywhere you want.
Yeah.
So he would definitely be a weapon, but we would know, like you say, Vader, we would know better about what the 49ers need had we saw them together last year. Hell, we don't know what they really need. Hard. We have no idea. Jimmy sitting on the sideline, big smile, waving at the crowd. Jimmy, put your shit on and get out here. But he couldn't do that, right? And you got Jerick McKinnon sitting back there flexing his knee. Hope this thing works in a few months. You got Matty B sitting over there at my ankle, man. Give me the ball, coach. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Ankle. See, there you go. My ankle. There you go.
We our offense was strange. We knew one thing for sure. We know is George Kittle is a bad man. That's all he needs.
Yes, he is.
Is Jimmy and whoever.
And then remember, we didn't even get to see McCaffrey's brother, man.
I know, right?
They suited him up for the Rams game, and I'm like, man, put him out there. Let me just see what he's got. I mean, we got shit to lose anyways, but they didn't. So,
man.
we got a bunch of players on the practice squad, too, that we can bring up. And
take a look
it's
at.
like, wow, man.
Yeah.
But, I'm hoping, again, Kyle gets his head out of his ass. and the year coming up, I hope we just come out fucking ugly, man. Just ugly.
Kicks. I mean,
throwing people on the offense.
The first 6 in a row, it wasn't even close. And then everybody said, uh-oh. Right. Well, looks like Kyle Shanahan's got all his weapons, and he's firing it's like a gunfighter sitting in the middle of the street just gunning dudes down. But we got to wait.
We got to wait, Ronbo. That's the only sad part about it. We got to wait.
Yeah.
But again, I want to see more before we start making decisions on who we're going to pick in the draft, who we're going to bring in. It's like it's too late for that because we didn't get to see what we had. But again, the front office, they have to know what they can deal with. You know what I mean? They got to be able to look at each player and say, okay, this guy has potential of doing this, doing that.
And
then, we both are not happy with it. We're both not happy with the defense. So.
I know, Raider, and that's another subject. But listen, Raider, we got to go and bring some more back Friday, and we will continue.
We'll do. And hey, shout out to that first caller. I didn't get his name, but shout out to you,
that's
brother.
The Rod.
The Rod. Shout out to the Rod.
Yeah.
Shout out to TNT, Trez and Trey, my brothers from another mother. And I haven't heard from Toby, man. So hopefully Toby comes back online when we get closer to the season or something.
I know. I think it's just working out.
But anyway, shout out to everybody else in the Empire. Hey, and thank you, Ronbo. You made this weekend beautiful this weekend, Ronbo. You don't understand what that ranchero call. That was beautiful.
I love that, man.
Man, that kept me rolling. I couldn't stop laughing, but thank you, brother. Thank you for that, man. That was good, man. The game was entertaining with the ranchero call.
Hey,
but anyway,
bring it back for the season.
Friday. Yeah, bring it back for the season. There you go. I will see you guys Friday.
All right, Vader. Have a good night.
Let it go. I'm ready to go. Radio Ronbo Sports.
For the Vader.
Yeah, there you go. Hit that like, baby.
All right. And Dimitri Tyler says, let me holler at you, Ronbo. Why the hell were 49er fans chasing after old roadkill Tomsula? Ian Williams came in and said Jimmy T is like the best defensive lineman there is, or defensive line coach there is. He's probably still, he wants out of Washington too. Kim Buso Boutro, what's up? Jay Run says, yes, we need defense. AB opens the field. Though in run game will be more effective. Need to beef up that O-line, of course. Jay Run, that O-line is going to be badass next year. O-lines need a little while to mature. You don't just bring guys together real quickly. The Colts are the most unusual thing I've ever seen. From San Francisco to New York worldwide, we're bigger than a nation. We're empire. See, that's what I'm saying. Please don't resort to the 49ers as a Niner nation. This is blasphemous. We are the empire. Hey, Slick, Quest for 6. We're lucky that you have given Niner fans a back. Thanks, Quest for 6. It's nothing but fun, man. Jay Austin says Cowboys might not make a run at Earl. Oh, that's news, Jay. If you got any more information on that, let me know. That's interesting. I thought they would. I thought they'd be our number one competition. I'm an asshole says the Steelers want, that was what I'm talking about earlier, want a number one draft pick for Antonio. Besides the Niners, other teams, hot on his list, I imagine he's been here, is something left out here. So I see Baltimore's name in there. Baltimore doesn't want to play with a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, I don't think. I will see. Okay. Maya0724, our top wide receiver, had 480 yards all season. That's like 30 yards a game and 7.2 yards a quarter. Is there any question that we need a top wide receiver? Maya, don't distort that, all right? Kendrick Bourne was a part-time, platooned-in wide receiver. We didn't have Garcon. We didn't have Goodwin. Pettis didn't even play that much. So you have to go by last year. You look at Goodwin, almost got 1,000 yards. Garcon left early in the season with 500 yards. You have to put things in proper perspective. If you're going to go by what happened last year, then you do something reckless. I mean, Kendrick Bourne did a good job as a role player that came in as a fill-in guy. That's not a measure. Gucci boy, since Trey Flowers is better against the run, he's not a great pass rusher. Buckner has better sack numbers. True, but I just want Trey to come off the edge and on passing situations. Trey had 7.5 sacks with a team that's loaded with a lot of talent. Buckner got, did he get 11? 10, 11? He got 11 this year? He got 11 because he's the main man. If you put Trey Flowers on that edge, I guarantee you'll be happy. Oh, you will be happy. Because Trey requires attention. This is what we lack. We need a guy that's coming off that corner that the offensive linemen are saying all at the same time. And Buck says, and Buck comes through there, it's too late. And, it's all a part of a synchronicity. You've got to have a fiend coming off the edge. It's push up the middle, push up the sides, success. Sheep the Freak. The media says our new D-line coach, Kris, I mean, I forgot how to pronounce his name. Is that Kocurek or Kocurek? Kocurek. Is best in the business. We will see, right? I know. Guess what he was drafted by the Seahawks. He knows the system. Thank you, Sheik. That's the point. He knows the system. Tomsula doesn't know the system. Neither does Bryant Young. They had no chance. Right. And that's intelligent. Hey, Tyler.
Welcome to the Bo Show.
Tyler, man, how you doing?
How are you doing?
Well, are you feeling the Rice and Browns?
I think if Jerry Rice's hanging out with him, I think his ego is going to kind of. I don't think he's going to be getting in fights on the sideline or throwing footballs at Jimmy G or nothing. So.
Oh, good point, Tyler. Because if Jerry's talking to him, he's probably going to get. He's going to get. You got to calm down, all right? Everybody knows you're Antonio Brown. Come and play a game, contribute, and remember Kyle Shanahan's not going to throw the ball to you every time. So you got to come out and be a part of the team. Can you do that, Jerry? Man,
yeah.
Do I look? Yeah.
Plus, you know how Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are anyway, so they're not going to put up with that.
No.
And plus, Antonio wants. I'll tell you exactly why he wants to come here. He wants to play for the 49ers because he wants to break Jerry Rice's records on Jerry Rice's team. Because think about it. Antonio Brown plays till 40 like Jerry Rice did. He has better numbers than Jerry Rice has at this point in his career.
Point?
Yeah, so if he plays till he's 40, he very well, like you know what Julio Jones did when he was in this system. Antonio Brown is arguably, I'm not going to say he is because I like Julio better personally.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio Brown is arguably better than Julio. So
you could put them in the same soup. Yeah, both of them are just hell. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Julio's first year, and this is what's weird about it. If I didn't tell you the year, you'd figure one was after the other. Julio's first year in Kyle Shanahan's system, I'm pretty sure he had like 1,800 yards, and in his second year he had 1,400.
Yeah.
But then again, in the second year they picked up Mohamed Sanu, so.
Yeah, and more distribution in that second year too, because where was he going? He was going to him all the time. That's the same thing that's going to happen here. George Kittle's on the field. You're not going to get the ball all the time, AB.
Yeah.
So
that's what Michael Irvin said. He said the best spot for Antonio Brown to go is San Francisco because they already got Kittle. You're going to have to double one of those guys, AB or Kittle. Can't double them both.
Mm-hmm. Which one gains the most respect the quickest? And for us, it's going to be George Kittle because if I'm a DC, George Kittle's been with this system for a long time. He's been with Jimmy G for a while. AB may take a little time to adjust, So they doubled George in the first 4 or 5 games. All of a sudden, they notice AB is killing them. That's when things start to really click.
You know what? You know why? You know, it gets on my nerves. People are like, Jimmy might not come back the same. Well, here's the difference between it. Because they compare him to Carson Wentz's injury or whatever. It's like, well, here's the thing. Carson Wentz got injured at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy got injured so early in the season that he's going to be fully recovered before he does an actual full-on practice.
And
like, he's going to be able to he's already going to be able to throw during OTAs and stuff. So we're going to be fine, okay?
Yeah.
And we don't know exactly what we have. But I'm going to say this because me and you both said this at the end of last season. Kittle is going to have a breakout year. I'm telling you, for what I saw from Dante Pettis, he missed plenty of games. Dante Pettis is going to break out.
Yeah.
He's going to maybe not the same type of season that Kittle had, but I feel like he will get 1,000 yards. That's what I'm feeling like.
Tyler, all he's got to do is get stronger. Get stronger. Yeah. That's his whole thing in the offseason. Eat. Eat, Dante. Get bigger. God.
The only reason he got hurt was because his cleat came off.
See?
He hurt his foot.
And somebody needs to tie his shoes for him, apparently, as well. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, by the way, I kind of got on my nerves. We denied the Broncos permission to interview Rich, and then all of a sudden they gave him permission.
Well, that's because of Kubiak. They were going to go ahead and take Kubiak, but Kubiak came and says, all right, John, you know what I need? I need, first of all, I need my own personnel. You know about that, right? Yeah.
I know why the Broncos want him. I'm saying, why did our guys say no, and then all of a sudden it's a yes?
We owe him, Tyler. We owe him. We've got Adam Peters because of them. I mean, John's been nothing but nice to John Lynch. You can't. Yeah, you can't just,
You know, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if we got an even better quarterback coach than we got now.
I know, and that's, I don't know who that'd be, but I mean, Kyle's still the best whisperer out there. But he's got other things to attend to, so, you know, he needs somebody.
You know what I love? I love, like, you know how when you see McVay and Goff, like McVay will walk over during the game and talk to Goff? I love seeing that with Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G.
I know.
Walks over and talks to him about play calls and stuff.
I know.
I don't know why.
He's not like that, huh? Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, he doesn't really walk over to him.
Well, every now and then.
One thing I did see.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, they'll talk, like, obviously, like, close to the field, like, Jimmy will walk over talk about play call, but like you saw after Richie James returned that touchdown.
Yeah, where's Richie?
He's like, where's Richie? And he went over to him, and so things like that. But like McVay, sometimes if Goff misses something or he did something really well, he'll walk over to the bench and be like, "Great job, dude."
Yeah,
something like that.
I've seen that. When he messes up, though, it's funny. I've seen him mess up the other, and he sort of, like every quarterback, he walks by McVay. McVay's saying something to him. Eyes are following him until he disappears out of and he keeps on walking. It's a quarterback's kill me
you
doing
remember
that.
Gruden?
Yeah,
remember Gruden when he wanted to kill Derek Carr?
That's hilarious stuff.
He's like, you gotta be kidding me. This is the Arizona Cardinals.
Tyler, we gotta stop. Tyler, I tell you what, I'll see you Friday, okay?
All right. I'm just worried about our radio announcer because we got the Raiders one, so he's like, touchdown Raiders.
Oh, if he ever does that, he gets once, and then he's out. He's out.
See, just let me announce it. I'll be like, vintage Niners, touchdown.
All right, Tyler. I'll see you Friday.
All right, love you, Ronbo.
Hey, love you back, fam. Well, this is going to be funny this year. Oh, wait for the pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb.
All right, Tyler. As Coach says, you do realize a friend of mine, many of you whom know, is available to coach our quarterbacks. You might remember him, Jeff Garcia. I wonder what Jeff's communication skills are, though, as far as that related to other players. He says, I've already tweeted him about it if Rich leaves. Hang in there with that, Coach. Giovanni Diodario. Thanks, fam. Dimitri Tyler says, please get a replacement for Staley. See, that's on everybody's mind. Joe's not going to be there for more than one more year. The man, he looks tired. Think he's done after next season. I got a feeling you might be right, Lord. I hate to admit it. Yosef El Bebe. He says, hey, I had to tap in. Man, them games was something else. I mean, something else. It's fun, man. And Brother Hobbs, it's not rather OBJ over AB. Both are great, and we wanted OBJ coming out of college, but the Giants took him. That would have been the first time we picked a number one receiver since Terrell, actually. Man. West Coast 57257. And let's just talk about Crabtree. I know, but I'm Crabtree. I don't know. Anyway, Josh Allen, SEC. We need some more SEC. I so agree. I forget Nikki is from Ohio. HBK, the icon, the showstopper, Mr. San Francisco. So I always put that same one, don't I? I got to write these down. Wait, don't tell me. Mr. San Francisco, the showstopper, the icon. Is he the head of the clique? Wait. HBK, one more time. Which one did I leave out?
The headliner.
The headliner.
The icon. The showstopper. The main event. San Francisco is back.
I left out two.
I'm like, you're getting there, Ronbo. You're getting there.
Yeah, I know.
Warmer.
I got to at least get four.
Now you're ice cold.
Yeah.
Now you're ice cold, Ronbo.
I know, right? I feel
What's
terrible.
going on, bro?
Hey, I'm just laughing because I'm.
I'll go ahead and give you A for effort, man.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
I'm just laughing at the pressure being put on by Jerry Rice. I just wonder what's it doing to Santa Clara? What's going on in that building? I wish I could just be a fly to buzz in and land on the walls to see what's up, Because Jerry's every day.
It's like, since Jerry is 49 royalty, he does have like a certain cachet or a certain weight, but ultimately it's going to be up to Shanahan and Lynch. Mm-hmm. The ultimate decider. Yeah, it's like, Jerry can be AB's cheerleader, and that's going to bode well for AB, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's going to be Shanahan and Lynch's decision. Mostly Lynch's decision and stuff. If Shanahan wants to sign off on it, okay, then John's going to go after it and stuff. That's just pretty much, the bottom line with that. But my thing is, if Pittsburgh is talking about us giving up our number one pick, they can basically kiss our ass.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't trying to give. I am not
That's
trying to give
much.
up no number one pick. It's like now between the number one pick, and I think I talked about this last night. Between the number two overall pick in the first round versus the high second round pick in the second round, I would rather almost part with my second round pick. Because, it's like you can parlay that until, get back in the first round.
Yep.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it's like, and second round picks are just as valuable, maybe not as valuable, but they're right on the same borderline as his first round pick. They're essentially a first round pick, really.
Especially for us. This year.
It's like, especially for us. Now, my thing is, I'd rather have OBJ, and maybe I might be a small minority in this. Nothing against AB. If we so have to get AB, I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. As long as he doesn't bring none of that bullshit diva mentality to the locker room, because right now we're trying to build something here, and we'll need somebody like AB, coming in and corrupting, Kendrick Bourne. Pumping his head up. You don't need nobody, pumping up Dante Pettis' head and stuff. We need somebody that's going to be a solid guy. Passionate, yeah, because Richard Sherman didn't come in and start pumping Okello Witherspoon's head up, with all that nonsense and stuff, because he already knew, look, it's like, we don't mind having you, bro, but, you have to check your attitude at the door. Other than that, be passionate, be a team leader, be a team captain, whatever expertise you got to bring to our team, bring it. Just as far as all the extra stuff, leave it at the door, bro. We don't need it. We don't want it. We're about the business of winning championships, winning games, winning division titles, winning NFC titles, and ultimately winning the Super Bowl. That's what we do. That's what we are, Ronbo.
I know.
If you ain't about that, get to stepping.
Yeah.
And
HBK, I can almost promise you, upon his first season, Antonio Brown will be on his P's and Q's. He'd be the most. He'd be a gentleman trendsetter out there. He'd be like the example to follow. It's after he gets at home and comfortable after 1 year is when you have to see where you got or what you got. Because he knows better to come in showing his ass.
And it's like Ronbo, and something else also want to bring up. It's almost certain. It's not for certain yet, but it's almost for certain that Pierre Garçon is basically gone, essentially gone. Not officially gone. It's
People
all,
don't even talk about
all
it no
but gone.
I know he's
It's
gone.
but Marquise Goodwin. Do you think we can somehow get an insurance policy for him? Because he's a good dude. I mean, he's got raw speed. But what good is that speed if you're on the sideline versus on the field? I mean, because that essentially puts us in a bind where we have to fall back on Dante Pence or Kendrick Bourne.
I got the good news for you though. The 49ers have already said he's gonna have a different role next year. They're gonna use him in specialty situations because Kyle realizes he cannot take playing a full-time role on the field.
Number one load.
So yeah, they've got another something set up for him next year. It's gonna be a little different. I imagine it's gonna be that third down play all the time.
I mean, it's like he could come off the bench and be a good rotational player. I ain't saying just go to the Wolves, but as far as handling that burden of being a full-time starter, because I think that's what he was in Buffalo. I mean, he was basically coming off the bench or being in rotation, and he can be handy as far as rotation goes.
Well, not even rotation, but special situations. You want to use Marquise. Let's say you put Marquise, if you do pick up AB, you got AB, Marquise, and maybe Dante Pettis on the field at the same time. You have just created an impossible situation with George Kittle. Those four on the field at the same time, and then you got Jerick McKinnon. If you say, all right, you got Jerick McKinnon lined up somewhere on that line as well, and Juszczyk. You got Matty. That gives Kyle.
Not to mention. Not to mention, what Chris Philbin called, our boy Super Freak Richie James. He called him Rick James, but Richie James and stuff. The Super Freak. Yeah. And at the same time, stuff like Trent Taylor. I mean, it's like we can do something with that. I mean, but whether it's AB or whether it's Odell Beckham, hey, I mean, I'm all for it. Let's roll the dice. And at the same time, Ronbo, do you think that we can – this kind of like reminiscent of New England and stuff, because New England was talking the same noise that they weren't coming off of Jimmy G unless it was the number one pick. Okay, God worked a miracle, and we ended up getting Jimmy for like a second-round pick.
And we're waiting for we're waiting for the next chapter. Hey, HBK, we got to stop right there, though. We got to stop right there.
Okay, I mean, but I'm going to ask you one question. Do you think we can either talk New York or Pittsburgh down to second-round pick possibly?
They're going to have to. Nobody's going to give Pittsburgh Steelers number one pick for a guy that's 31 years old. It's not going to happen. But they got to try. They're going to fish, and they might get a fish. I don't know. But I doubt it'd be the 49ers. So that's why I'm saying it could be rough. So we give up a first round for OBJ, though. All right, fam. I'll see you Friday, okay?
All right, bro.
All right.
So Friday?
Yeah, I'll be back Friday.
Hey, HBK and a quick, we out. Yeah, what?
All right. I got to memorize it, too. All right, HBK. Yeah. And Cody Carkeys, what's up? Jeff Tan says we are a landing spot because we can afford to pay Antonio Brown his money. There are only few teams like the Jets and a couple others who can do this. True. RJ Bowler, Robbie Gould won't have to worry about settling for 45-yard field goals if we have AB. We got to be careful not to put too – you got to wait and see what develops. It's going to take a while for that chemistry to build with these guys, too. It may take a minute. We got to remain patient because you know how we do. He's a boss. I mean, we wasted trade. We got to wait. All right. Red goal 16-8. What I like is we can guess all we want, but Lynch and Kyle draft the unexpected. I know, right? They freaked me out last year. Who? Mike McGlinchey? Really? Kind of half disappointed, but half okay. Sabizzle says draft and trust the receivers we have. We can do it with a better defense only. Forget OBJ or Brown. I tell you, there's a lot of logic to that, actually. Kyle Shanahan's going to score no matter what you do as long as he's got Jimmy G. Tan and Violet, did you know Antonio Brown was picked number 6 in the draft? 6th round, you mean? So you can get quality players under 1 and 2. His number is 84 because all 32 teams added on him. 8 times 4 equals 32. That's why he chose that number for motivation. Ain't that crazy? That's amazing. Tan and Violet, thanks for that. That's great trivia. Oh, Kevin.
Ronbo,
Kevin.
how are you this evening?
Kevin, doing great, man. I knew the offseason was going to be dramatic because of the way we finished this year. The way we went through that last year was just stupid. I mean, we had everything was in order to come in and kick some ass, and everything fell apart. It's like somebody poured hot water over an ice cube the way the 49ers melted down to the ground. So now the 49ers said, we got to do everything we can to make sure this never happens again. Fire that strength and conditioning coach. Tell Ray Wright to get the hell up out of here right now. And take his buddy that's been here for too long anyway. Take that other Jeff dude too. And Halfley, you're done. The 49ers just went nuts. So that's why I'm laughing, because I knew every time I opened up to check out the dailies, oh man, here we go. So it's fun. And now you got Jerry Rice. Man, 49ers signed this boy. He wants to be a 49er bad. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, Jerry can cheerlead all he wants, Rombo. I'm going to say the same. I'm in the camp. I don't want Antonio Brown on the team. Now, I do see it's becoming more and more a probability, but I don't think it's a guaranteed thing. I don't.
No.
I mean, it's
too much money.
Definitely not for first round pick. I mean, there's no way that a team. I mean, there may be some teams out there that'll do it, but we're not going to give the second pick for Antonio Brown. That's just not going to happen.
You think so?
So people can go ahead and give that notion up. And I mean, I really, Rombo, I know Big Show brought up earlier our drafts, but with Shanahan and Lynch, I mean, our drafts have improved every year.
Dramatically. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't care any draft you can get George Kittle in the 5th round. No, it doesn't matter what round you get him to have acquired him. You're talking about a team, just a Pro Bowl player. That's a game changer. With Breida also coming out of that draft. Then you look at the first 3 rounds this year: McGlinchey, Pettis, Warner. I mean, those are 3 huge pieces to our team already.
I agreed. Hugely agreed. Yes.
And even give up the 2nd round pick is going to kill me. But I mean, I can actually see them doing that because I think we get the 36th pick. Is that right? The 4th pick in the 2nd round?
Yeah, we're not so far below. We're the second person in the 2nd round, or second team to pick out after the 2nd round starts. So you can conceivably trade back up you add a 3rd round pick. We don't have a lot of picks though. This is what worries me. John Lynch, you know how he is when it comes to trading that pick. I'm really leaning toward it. I bet he does. 2nd round pick? Who's that on the phone? You gonna give me what? What? Listen, let me get back to you. And he gets back to him, okay.
Well, and a caller brought it up last night, Rombo, and I think it could be a real possibility that Juice is gone.
Juice is going leaving the team?
And actually, I wouldn't mind to see him traded for either a 4th round pick and then pick up another top flight tight end that can move.
No,
the move
Kevin,
tight end that
Kevin,
you could put in the backfield, you could
Kevin,
put on line of scrimmage.
Kevin, they picked up Juice is part of a master plan. They're not going to get rid of Juice, I assure you. If they do, it's going to have to wait a couple more years to see if this experiment doesn't work. Kyle's assembling a kill machine. He had Jerick McKinnon. He knew exactly how he was going to use him. He got Juice in the first place, specifically knowing how he was going to use him. Now, Jimmy G came into the fold. Kyle is like in 7th heaven. But if you get rid of one of the pieces before he gets to his plan, he hasn't had a chance yet to actually utilize what he has in mind. And they didn't even know Matt Breida was going to be as good as he is. Kyle Shanahan is chomping at the bit to get a feel full of his weapons And then you're going to see why Juice is not going anywhere.
And, I mean, there's no
you're thinking
denying,
about
Ronbo, that
players.
Antonio Brown could.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say there's no denying that Antonio Brown for a couple of years could add to that. My concern with Antonio really is this. How many times and what made people so, enthralled with him is how many times did you see Antonio Brown have a ball hurled at him 50, 60 yards down the field, Roethlisberger hanging someone off on a 50-50 ball that his athleticism allowed him to go get? Well, that athleticism is gone, and it's going to go quicker and quicker every season.
Are you trying to say he's getting too old, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see diminished returns every year from here on out. I mean, it's just that's the one undefeated thing in the NFL. It's Father Time.
It's Father Time. You can put him in the slot though. He'd still be ruthless in there though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's got a couple of 3 years for sure of real productive football. So, and there's no denying that he would make the team a lot better. So,
you don't have to use him on them deep threats. You got Pettis. That better be his role, because if Pettis in a zone situation, even one-on-one better, there's nobody can stay with him. Starting next year, I doubt anybody's gonna be able to stay even close. And so you got him on one side. You got George Kittle roaming all over the field. That's like the ninja assassin. He may strike anywhere, anytime. I can see where Kyle's going with what he's doing. So it'll make better sense when he gets everybody on the field.
If we can just get our hands on Trey Flowers, Ronbo, if we can get him, free agent, there's no reason why we can't. Because if he gets franchise tagged, he's $17 million in New England. That's the going rate for an edge rusher right now.
Belichick's not going to franchise tag him.
$17 million.
Yeah. Bill don't franchise tag people.
No. So if we could get him and then either draft, I'm a big fan of Allen, but I don't care, Allen or Bosa with our second overall pick, then what they do with the second, I will be happy. They can go ahead and give the second pick for Antonio. It won't matter, because if we get Trey Flowers and one of those two young edge rushers, Ronbo, I'm telling you, that's going to be danger.
I tell you, man. Hey, in this case, Rod asked earlier about Quinnen Williams. Would you do Quinnen Williams?
We're so log jammed at tackle, Ronbo. How are we going to even find out what we've got if we keep adding to the tackle position?
Contavious, that's true. Kevin, we got to stop.
I mean, he's coming off. He's okay.
And I tell you what, bring that back up, because you know what? It's a good subject. I was meant to address that when Rod asked about it earlier, but yeah, because Quinnen Williams, he's going somewhere to hurt somebody. So I'm just wondering, what are the 49ers thinking? Because it's about Solomon T. They've got to make a clear decision on him. We'll see about that. Let's talk more about it Friday, okay?
All right, Ronbo. It's good to have you back on Monday Night Raw, man.
Hey, appreciate that, man. Thanks.
Take care.
All right, fam. And Alonzo Westbrook says, hey, what's cracking lacking? Alonzo! Brunel Jacobs, imagine we trade for AB and then Jerry Rice comes along and decides he wants to be wide receiver coach. Certain people, though, you wonder if they can actually coach. And Cynthia, hey, Cynthia, says, how did Kyle miss on Mahomes? How did everybody miss on Mahomes? He said, I know the draft is a crapshoot, but I thought he could evaluate elite talent. Kyle probably didn't see what he wanted to see in Mahomes, because he was all over the place at college, actually. He was a raw talent, but you're right. Kyle should have actually recognized that. And he did. Alonzo Soto Valencia says, hey, we should trade for Brown, give our second overall pick, and Steelers give us their first, and we throw an Armstead or Trent Taylor. We are good enough in the slot. That's an interesting deal. Although I can't imagine Pittsburgh liking that, though. But they did get Vance McDonald, and Vance McDonald is doing a good job. What's up? Hey, Ray Histo, what's up? Smith asks, cannot trade number 2 pick for AB. We can get AB without giving up number 2 easy. Smith, I wish you'd outline it. A lot of us would like to know how you're going to do. Anthony Baker says, man, y'all are so crazy. Yeah, I know we need this guy. Stop being scared. Let's get him. Hey, Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Oh, Will, man, I'm laughing every time. I can't wait till tomorrow to see what they say. Seems like we're getting daily news on the Antonio Brown story as it continues. And Jerry Rice is like, in the movies where you see Morgan Freeman narrating people's lives as they walking down the street. It's like I see Antonio Brown hanging around, and you hear Jerry Rice's voice in the background. Niner fam, you see this man right here? This is a guy that's dedicated to the game of football. All he wants to be is a 49er. And then Antonio gets up from the coffee shop. Can I order a red and gold special? You see what I'm saying? I could write this movie out. But I don't know where it's going, It's hilarious to watch, though. What do you think it will?
Well, first of all, who they just said that we should trade Kyle Juszczyk? Who said that dumbass shit?
Who did that? That was a few minutes ago. I know. That was Kevin. Kevin wants to get rid of Juszczyk or trade him.
Ain't no way.
I know.
We made him the highest paid fullback in the league. We're not gonna trade him for nothing in the world. That man's a good run blocker, and he's one of the key players in Kyle Shanahan's playbook to confuse defenses. So that man ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I know. Razor. We're talking to Razor too. Razor said that yesterday. Hey, Will, you know what some people are going by? Because he's had a couple of drops and he fumbled that ball the other day against the Rams. Okay, but he's not a running back per se. He's a fullback that Kyle made run the ball. So that's why I ain't mad at him about that no more.
Yeah, and then Kyle used Juszczyk to come out the backfield to run down sidelines to catch passes because he catch passes.
Yes.
So, he did that against Kansas City and he did that against Minnesota. So he's one of the key pieces to his offense. But yeah, I told you about. Right. Yeah, I told you last night that AB was FaceTime with Jerry Rice or something, and I told you I was the first person to tell you, and I told you something was going on. It was some recruitment going on. Now I'm telling you, and you know what? I know for a fact that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan knows about it too because everybody's talking about it now. So that's going to kind of put pressure on them because everybody know if they say, oh, well, Antonio Brown got picked up by some other team, all the 49er fans going to get mad and going to start slandering John Lynch, talking about, oh, you did it again. You let another free agent talent
get away.
So, so, I mean, I get them. I don't care. All they need to do is just sit Antonio Brown down, have a long discussion, talk about life, talk about where he's at in life, and what's his position going forward and everything. And John and Kyle just need to lay it flat on the line and tell him what we expect from him. If Antonio Brown want to come to the 49ers, like he said he wants to come, then Antonio knows for himself that he needs to calm down and help his team win. I mean, ain't no point of wanting to go to a team and then mess yourself up. You know what I'm saying? With your ego. I mean, if I was Antonio Brown, if I want to go to a team that I want to play my heart out for, I ain't gonna mess up. I'm gonna be humble, go out there and help my team win. I mean that's kind of like defeating your own purpose. You want to go to a team and then mess yourself up. So
and you got Richard Sherman over there to keep him calm down. Jerry Rice will be, and the first time Jerry Rice hears about anything going on in the locker room, that's the good thing about Jerry Rice being involved here. I can see Jerry on the phone now. Yo, Antonio, what's up, man? I'm the one who stuck my neck out, my reputation. I said all them good things about you, and now I'm hearing about this. You got to calm down, brother.
Right.
I can already hear it,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, he could be a mentor. Yeah, he could be a mentor to him. He could be a mentor to him out there. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I got to say about that. And I really like his defensive line coach that we just hired. He is well known around the league as a good defensive line coach. We got to remember, he made Cliff Averill. He made Anka. He made Sue. He made Fairley, that defensive tackle Fairley that played for the Lions back when Sue was playing with them. He made a lot of guys. So and he from Seattle, so he know the system.
Sounds good.
I mean, yeah, he made those guys that we're talking about today. So that's a good hire by him. That's solid. That's really gonna boost that defensive line. So John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan is still doing good as of right now. Well, all we need to do now is just find a legit DB coach. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I'd forgotten all about that. But you already know,
yeah,
for the
but
secondary, you still got him out there. You got Hittner. Hittner wants that job really bad, but I don't know how well of a coach Hittner would be. But, boy, he's got everybody all pumped up.
yeah, it got to be out of him and Marquand Manuel. I mean, Marquand played. He was coaching with Shanahan when they was in Atlanta.
Yeah,
and
an experienced coach.
So,
see, that's what Shanahan's going to do. If he does anything, I don't think Hittner's got a chance. He's going to want an experienced coach that's been through all the pain and suffering that you can do and learn from it, and being able to come in there and apply it to what we got in the camp right now. Because we got lots of kids that are going to make some bonehead mistakes. So they got to be told which direction to take, and it's got to be done patiently. So, yeah.
Right. And I also heard that he was under solid too somewhere. Marquand Manuel. But yeah, I heard that too.
I bet you called it already. Well, we got to stop.
Yeah,
well, let me see you Friday if you get some time.
All right, man. I'll talk to you Friday.
I'll be looking for you too, Will. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, man. All right, you too.
Yeah. And Mr. Miss M, I'm going to go ahead and say Mr. MLG777. If 49ers get him, I'm actually talking about AB, what level of rank would that place them? And how fast will he be back in the playoffs picture? And would they need another piece? You really can't even answer that question right now. We'd have to wait and see what develops, at least in camp. Daniel Goheen says, I would say you want the number one pick for Antonio Brown. You go some other team. I ain't giving it to you, not for some senior citizen without lucky get injured. Brown's had he's been pretty resilient, though, down through the years. I think he's been hurt a couple times, but nothing serious, huh? He always comes back. I don't think he's ever had an ACL or anything. Nick C says, I trade a 2020 first or a 2020 second and third for AB. No 2019 picks, Nick. Nick, that's smart. Don't take away from the team this year. Get whatever we can get. Let's put this package together, and then after we're up and running, we're not supposed to be picking in the top 5 next year again. So next year's pick won't be as serious, because the 49ers do well with picks anyway. It won't be as serious this year as oh, wow, Nick, that's a good idea. Jim Thurlkill, Richie James said he plays like AB, who better to learn from than the man himself. I agree with that. I believe Richie would benefit huge from AB. And Jeff Zgonina says, who could see Richard Sherman and Antonio Brown shouting at each other and fighting? Sherm's not like that anymore. Sherm will calmly tell AB, man, come on, let's go in the locker room talk. Boy, I'll choke you out right here in front of everybody. Come on, just follow me in there now. Sheik!
Ronbo, what's up, fam?
Sheik, I just see your post. I got it. He says in 2015, the last time we played the Steelers, we got killed by our boy AB. Boy, it was ugly, wasn't it? 195 yards. Every time Roethlisberger put the ball up, we was getting ate up. Our secondary sucked that year, though. 21.7 average, 27.7 yards average, and 1 TD. And he still got the it factor. So, and hashtag GOAT approved. Sheik, go ahead. Pour it on, man. I'm starting to warm up to the idea. I just hope it doesn't cripple us as far as draft.
Yeah, there's a little draft, trading kind of rumbling kind of going on. They're saying a lot of things. They want maybe 2 twos. They might happen, or they might trade. And I hope that this is not going to happen. Our second overall pick for their 20th, and then we get AB in their 20th. I hope that doesn't happen because I'd rather have our edge. But 2 twos is more understandable, and I think it works better for us. And maybe we give them a little cash a little bit if they're worried about cash, because we definitely have that. But Ronbo, his stats is every year, the last, 7 years, he had over 100 receptions. He's not falling down. 15 touchdowns this coming year, past year, and most of the years he had 12 or and up. So he's been doing really well.
And Goat's obviously.
You don't need to sell AB. Everybody knows about AB being the number one receiver for years. So, it's not about that. It's about, can he continue? He's 31. He didn't look like he was throwing down last year. But why did they incorporate Juju Smith-Schuster way like they did? Smith-Schuster got a lot of receptions, and of course that's why AB is in the position he's in now, because he felt disrespected. But that's neither here nor there for our purposes now, though. So
And he still got his 100 yards receptions. I mean,
he still came up with his numbers.
So he with Juju there.
Yeah.
And
Vance
great,
was taking some of his catches too. Vance McDonald.
Right. Yeah. The thing about Vance McDonald, remember that guy?
God, that run he made last year had me laughing. I was in tears. Vance hit the dude in the chest and stunned him, and then he finished him off and just throwed him in the dirt and ran on down the field. I said, man, I never knew Vance had that kind of dog in him.
Right.
Oh, God.
But it's all right. They have a little more, their highlights, and after that, they go off. But Vance, out of all the guys that we lost, I think Vance McDonald's probably have a better career than the rest of the guys we give up. But back to AB, what I was trying to say, it's really fun to go. He met randomly with T.O., with that head case that we had. But he's a great player. And now he's meeting Antonio Brown, in the call, webcam or whatever, Skype, whatever.
FaceTime.
And FaceTime. And he's talking to another, somewhat, but he's not in that high level of T.O. head case. I think AB, when he gets, calm and because you look at the situation, Big Ben is, I'm sorry, Ronbo, he's an idiot. I'll be nice with the words. He's not a nice guy. He had a lot of issues, and Tomlin, obviously, people have been saying a lot of things about him. So it might be like the organization itself, and he's just had it, and he's just done. And he's been silent for a while. He hasn't told anybody what's the reason until the time will come up, I guess. But I'm not saying AB he's a Satan, because he's not. But I think with Jared Rice helping him out, I think he will definitely be a great player. And if he becomes even better and maybe breaks some records, hey, I'm down with it. And the thing is, all the guys the teams that are interested, they don't have a good quarterback. They don't have a great coach that we're definitely destined to have. With Jimmy G and Kittle, because we have pretty much 2 ones in our offense. And with that attack that we're going to have, and this day, for example, if now Kyler Murray is going to be in the draft, because that one coach, the Arizona coach, said, "Oh yeah, I would love to have him. First I'll take him. If he goes number 1, Bosa or Josh Allen will be on our lap. We have to pick or choose who we want, and get Earl Thomas. And he's not going to the Cowboys because they don't got that cash, and they pretty much said no, they're not going to get him.
Yeah.
We get another edge rusher, bro. We're back. We're back. We got vets.
Overnight, those holes, those are the biggest holes. You're right. That would fill them quick.
And shed the fat, but we got to shed the fat. The Gilliams, these guys are just not doing anything. Free money, we're done with that. We need to get some. Obviously, we need a plan on the draft. We need to get nice picks. There's a lot of guys on the later rounds. I think, if we need a linebacker, the Michigan from, I think his last name is Harris. He's actually a really good talent, Ronbo. Khalil Hodge, that's Trez, boy. Shout out to Trez. He's a good linebacker.
I've seen footage on him. He is good. All right, Sheik. We'll have to call it. But I tell you what, I'll look for you Friday. No telling what's going to develop. First thing you know, they've got pictures of Jerry and AB having dinner with John Lynch, and then you know it's on. They'll leak out somehow.
The hill is going to be in effect, Rombo. The hill's going to be in effect, Rombo. He's going to show them the hill. Niners, we're back, baby. We've been here. Now we're definitely destined for what we in Rams. I'm sorry, you guys are going to get your ass kicked.
I don't know about that hill though. I think Ray Wright took that hill with him though.
Oh man.
You guys aren't going to let me play anymore.
Well, anyways,
I'm taking my heel home. All right.
Well, anyways, Rombo, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to the crew.
Thanks.
Shout out to everything you do with your crew, Rombo. Hit that like, faithful, for sub, share, you know it, all that good stuff. Rombo is the best. Thank you, guys. Shout out to Nile Fan Club. Shout out to the next caller.
Thanks.
You're the best, Rombo. Love you, man.
Appreciate you, fam. Love you back. I'll be looking for you Friday. All right. Hey, and there's Coach T. Come on in, Coach. You do.
Buddy.
Coach, huh?
Got me?
Yeah, I got you now, Coach. Yeah.
All right. What's happening?
I'm just reading your last piece here. It says, Jeff Garcia already put in the bug to both Jeff and John Lynch. We'll see what happens, but he would be a nice fit and has already been on our sidelines past 2 seasons with KNBR. Hey, is he pretty much part of their crew at KNBR?
He did a lot of guest analysis with them on the sidelines when the games
and he
were
does
over.
A couple of years, it seems. I do notice that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just trying to stay close, and stay relevant. I think he's actually had discussions with a couple of teams about coaching, and he didn't get any offers per se, but he did have some discussions, like I said, and did not talk to the 49ers as yet, but I've kind of been putting that bug in his ear, sooner or later they're going to need a quarterback coach because,
Jay, Coach,
said, well,
one
if
quick
he gets
question
the opportunity,
Coach, one quick question about Jeff, though. There was a couple of years back, just pre Kyle Shanahan, Jeff was inquiring about a position back then. What was that? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You remember?
That was for, I think that was for offensive coordinator.
Yeah, maybe.
Excuse me.
Maybe that was
Yeah, I think it was the OC.
Yeah.
But the regime wasn't doing well.
Right.
And, we were going through offensive coordinators
and failing miserably.
He wanted to come in. And,
right, because who was Tomsula's OC? Oh, what's that guy's name? And we couldn't do a thing. And actually, he was a quarterback's coach before that anyway. And all of a sudden, they vaulted him to OC. But anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's going back too far. It was one of those. Probably you erased it from your mind like I did.
Yeah, I kind of got rid of that series of years there where
it was really
I kind of
sad.
let it leak right out of my mind.
So. But go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry to interrupt.
About the current topics, though, Antonio Brown. The thing about, Jerry, God bless his soul, trying to recruit people for the team. If it doesn't fit with Lynch's and company's plans, they're not going to do it. If there's any question, especially after the snafu they've had with Foster and Joe Williams bombing out the way he did. Sorry?
No, I'm just feeling the pain as soon as you said those names. Every time I hear Reuben Foster's name, I feel a sharp pain right in the side of my head. I was supposed to work out, Coach. Why didn't that work out? God, Reuben.
He blew it. Some guys, they get opportunity. And, when I first heard him speak, when he was interviewed, I thought, gee, this kid sounds really immature.
And now we know.
Thought, Yeah, I was just thinking that. I wasn't thinking he was going to fail, but I just thought, gee, they really need to spend some time with him because
I think they tried.
He could be going the wrong way real fast.
And he did.
And then to hear that story of him and Ray running down the street from some gangsters down in San Francisco, downtown in the Broadway district.
And what were they
that
doing
was not good either, so.
In that kind of situation anyway?
Yeah, you kind of saw the writing coming, on the wall. So.
Man. And that's like a Ray got ran out of town, too.
All the things.
They were trying to remove any bad elements. Yeah, get rid of any bad elements surrounding Reuben. We're not going to work on Reuben. Just get rid of everything around him that's messing up. Goodbye, Ray.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Right. Ray Ray did okay in New York, and where else did he go? He went somewhere else after that, I think. But then
he's looking for a job now, from what I heard.
Yeah. But Brown, I mean, Brown, this is the thing about Antonio Brown. My initial response on him was, the guy's trouble in the locker room, blah, 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 the usual stuff that you hear from the press. And Ryan Clark, he was on NFL Network saying some stuff about him. But Ryan Clark had kind of a bad, vibe with that team as well. I mean, they didn't get along. There's plenty of reason why he would say bad stuff about Brown, but you haven't really heard it from anyone else except him. And then, of course, what he did, obviously, is pretty well on display. But I think players are going to, when they get frustrated, sometimes that happens. You just have to. I mean, Jerry Rice, he did his share of yelling on sidelines at coaches and doing stuff.
I know we excuse Jerry though, right?
Yeah, because of who he is, right?
Yeah, I know, right? And
but,
what he's done.
T.O. did it. Steve Young did it.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys all, got into the coach's ears, and so it happens. It's part of football. I mean, I had it happen to me. I've had it. When you make a decision and a player doesn't like it, they're into the heat of battle. They're competition, right? They want to go. They want to go out there. They want to win.
Mm-hmm.
It gets frustrating. So I understand his frustration. So from that standpoint, I've kind of thought about that and said, okay, how can this guy help us? Well, obviously, he can bring that all-star presence to our offense and give us that true number one receiver. But, you got to think about Shanahan's system. I mean, do we really need a number one receiver in that system? I don't think so.
That's, he's going to pick on wherever the weaknesses on the field is. If George Kittle's got 13 guys on him, Shanahan's not going to throw into that pack. He's going to work around all around. No. So that's, yes, I agree.
Our quarterbacks are good about spreading the ball around. So
anyway,
I think Jimmy will do good with that. But, he would be a plus. As long as he's not too expensive, I would be open to it. If he comes in and if they want a number one for him, I mean, forget it. The guy's 30 years old. Maybe he'll play 10 more years, but I doubt it. I mean, I'm watching him run.
I want to see that.
His hands,
wide receiver. Well, Jerry lasts until 40. So.
Yeah, but this kid's hamstrings are tight as heck. I mean, he runs very stiff. When you look at him run. Now, maybe he's just a short stepper, which, some guys are, but.
Yeah.
But to me, he looks like, he could start having hamstring problems, the next couple of years. So I don't know that.
Because remember Anquan Bolden?
Yeah.
Same thing. Anquan ran so tight, I was feeling pain just watching him running down the field. Anquan, you got to somebody stretch him out. My God, Anquan, you're tight. The coach, looks like we're out of time.
And on our team, we didn't.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish that one.
Just the last thing is on our edge rusher. I mean, our number one need right now, before everybody needs to come back down to earth and kind of think, okay, look at our number one needs right now are not wide receiver. They're edge rusher. We need to get edge rushers, and we need to get inside linebacker because Elijah Lee he's okay, but he is not the answer playing in this defense. He's not the answer. We need an inside linebacker that can bring it, and we need two edge rushers that can bring it. And that defense will be top 5, I guarantee you.
Wow. That's what we're talking. That's what we need. You give Kyle Shanahan a top 5 defense, it's going to be tough to keep him out of the playoffs. And postseason play could be crazy, too. So, yeah.
It'll also register more points. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you healthy. It's all I want. I don't need anything. No matter what the 49ers do, health is number one. Good stuff, Coach. See you Friday, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
Have a good week.
Thanks,
Happy New Year's, everybody. Go Niners.
Right. Yeah. So that's Coach, he points out, we're wanting to add this and add this and add this. We're all talking offense. Actually, as soon as that program is completely installed and everybody's on the same page, you're not going to be able to stop the 49ers from scoring. But can the defense limit other teams from scoring? That's the thing. Hank Mooney says, give your boy a shout-out for finishing 50% of my bachelor's degree. Hey, good job, Hank. Hang in there, man. Get that other 50% right quick. What are you a junior? All right. I'm a sophomore, I'm sorry. Freshman, sophomore, yeah. Pappy Pablo. He says, why don't get on the app anymore during the weekdays? Yeah, I know, right? It's a long story. I'm trying to figure out and budget time in to get that done, though. So we're going to really try to get that back on as soon as possible. But thanks for asking, though, Pappy. Slick says, yeah, pissed me off. Ted Robinson was the 49ers faithful. I know, right? So that's why I'm saying, if the Raider man, what's his name again? Everybody knows him. He's got his, boy, don't make a mistake now. And that's it. Oops, I mean. Oh, no, you get one oops, I mean. Brian Venner, I'd like to see Trent Dilfer as quarterback coach. He has more experience coaching the Elite 11. Yeah, Trent Dilfer, man, he's... How come have you seen him in the booth lately? I didn't see him last season, now that I think about it. Of course, then I watch NFL Network, and Trent probably doesn't have anything to do with him. Mark Lacilento says, I hope we can win the battles at both line of scrimmage next season. Maybe draft Bosa or Jonah. Let's protect Jimmy G and begin winning again. Go Niners. Hashtag Team Greedy. Jesus bless you all, fam. All right, Mark. But yeah, you gotta win those trenches, man. I mean, that's just so essentially. You gotta do that. It's like the Rams. The only reason why the Rams won that game is because they finally won defensively. Stop Zeke. What? Hey, Mark. What did Mark?
I'm with the man, Mr. 49 Ronbo Sports. Hit that like.
Mark. Thanks, Mark. And Mark,
how you doing, Ronbo?
Trying to check in. I said, Mark, baby, come in my ball, Mark. Doing all right, Mark. Man, I'm sitting around and getting amused by the Antonio Brown. Is the waves in the water are getting bigger and bigger. And Jerry Rice is Captain Jerry at the bigger boat, sailing ahead. Onward to Santa Clara. We got to deliver Antonio Brown. Jerry, we ain't never got this excited about nobody before that I know of. What's up? You know, so I'm finding some music.
I eat the brown rice, Rumble. I'm eating the brown rice. I'm with it.
It's crazy, man.
But yeah, that's just I take it, Rumble. I mean, and this is raw, so we're gonna keep it real. Everybody out there who was talking about you too, Rumble, Kendrick Bourne and Pettis. Listen,
remember how remember my perspective.
We won 4 games.
I said Kendrick is just a role player that comes in and does the thing. He's not that main receiver. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, I hear you. But we won 4 games for a reason. We haven't had a receiver of this caliber since what? T.O. Crabtree wasn't even. So I'm just saying. My point is, like somebody else said, sit down with this man, talk to him, bring him in, let him, pass the baton on to these other guys. We need them. Going to the secondary, same thing, man. I keep hearing Colbert and all these. Listen, we do love these. They're fan favorites. That's why they talked about. But we need Matthew, or we need what's his name from Seattle. We need these guys, man. I don't care who it is, man. We need some help. We need some veterans. Yeah, Earl, we need it. We need it, man. Kyle Shanahan can only install the system. We need somebody to come in here and install the heartbeat, the attitude. So, man, we got to get it.
Somebody said the 49ers, you never know what they're going to do in the first round. Watch them go get Devin White. Because you know what? Coaches, here's brought up something that was kind of interesting. Because I'm a fan of Elijah Lee. I like him. But Elijah Lee probably is better suited as a guy that comes in, if needed, and stand by to bring you solid backup. But if you get Devin White, and I've been watching that boy, and Devin White is Reuben Foster with a little more speed. That sounds crazy. Check out his film. Devin White is flashing across the field. He's moving so fast, he stands out from everybody else. Like everybody else is moving at one speed, and Devin White is moving at another. He says, who is that? Is that who they were talking about? First time I heard about it. Oh, that's what they're talking about. Look at him. And also Greedy. Yeah, people's talking about Greedy. He's pro ready. So
we just got to get an edge rusher. If them other guys, if we end up trading back or doing something silly, I guess. But I like Greedy, but I don't know, Ronbo. We got to move forward with this team, man. I hope this year Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch don't do anything silly. Just get the best dude. We got to move on.
Yeah. It depends on what they do in free agency, you know. Just don't bring Ziggy Ansah back here, please. But the rest.
And we also have to get ready to end up having to make a decision between Bosa and what's his name. The Cardinals. You think they're gonna take this? Whatever's Murray dude? I don't know.
Kyler,
they might do something silly too.
That coach, he's came over there already and disrespected Josh Rosen. So I don't know. Tony called it and said the man is BSing, and I say, really? That's a strange way to do it.
Yeah.
If I'm Josh Rosen, I'm calling up. Hey, coach, what are you talking about? You gonna? Am I out?
They denying it.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're denying it.
First thing you do is start lying. God.
Yeah. But all right, Ronbo, I'm gonna get up off here. I'm gonna go back, man. I just came from a dispensary, so I'm about to go in.
Good to hear from you, fam.
All right, see you.
Dispensary, I love it.
I finally got me a card out here in Phoenix, Ronbo, so I'm good.
All right, Mark.
All right,
Ronbo. You get a chance, get on back in there Friday. I'll be back, okay? He's gone? Okay. And Jeff Tan also says Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown couldn't stand Big Ben. And Mike Tomlin, that's Pittsburgh. You know, one day they're probably going to make a movie about the Pittsburgh Steelers. But first, a movie about of course, the Patriots. Patriots going to be primetime movie viewing. Steelers. 49ers. How many movies they got about the 49ers? Larry McKeever says, hey, what's up, fam? Bay Area Central, I feel like Staley will retire after next season if our team is not contending. But if we are, I bet he comes back for one more season. He just wants to see progress and win. I bet you're accurate on that, too. Staley will be rejuvenated and everything else, but I just wonder if he can handle the rigors, because he's going to be really needed at that left side. Because he looks like he takes good care of himself. Yosef El Bebe says this draft season will be very, very important to the 49er organization. It will make or break people's jobs and all, but as long as they concentrate on defense, then a wide receiver. No argument from me, Yosef. Katie 216, people keep saying they don't want AB. Did they see what happened this last season? All we had was Kittle. Yeah. I just want to point out again, you can't base getting people off of last year's offensive unit. They were all sitting down. Now, if they were all on that field and they looked like that, okay, I can see that angle. But they weren't. I mean, they weren't. So how are you going to make that judgment call? It's too soon. If they all get on the field next year and they suck, okay. But right now, no. T-R-E-Z, Trez, one half of the TNT Connection. He is hailing from Atlanta, GA. Bring him in now. He is Trez. See Trez bouncing in, got the bathrobe hanging off of, warming up. What? Trez, I think he got knocked out in the locker room. I told him before he comes out in the ring, he needs to
hold up. Wait a minute.
Pull out the red and gold.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here listening to y'all with this AB running with it wild. It would be nice to have AB on our team. It would be, but let's just, let's just stick to the needs, man. Edge rushing and a new defensive coordinator.
How come you got a little louder when you said that? Trez, you do realize the firing period is pretty much over. If he was going, he would have been the first one out. Not at this point.
Yeah,
we're about to go into February.
Yeah, you're right. And I totally agree. I see Robert Stella will be back, but all y'all will be crying next year.
I can't wait for next year to get here. Because I'm going to see some sad faces around him.
Listen, Trez, just to make you feel better, though, Trez, there's also a new defensive line coach, Jeff Hafley took his terrible teaching self out of here. We got new strength and conditioning people. So, Trez, the crying may not happen.
Wrong people that have lost a job. Strength and conditioning coach definitely need to be fired. But
leave Jeff Hafley and Jeff Zgonina.
Hey,
I call the Jeff brothers.
I'm just saying, man. It's just Robert Sella for all these Robert Sella fans. You gonna see. Yeah. One more year, y'all keep saying it. Give him another year, man.
Everybody raise your hands.
Because you look at Greg Williams. You look at Greg Williams. I mean, he's not going to return to the Browns. You got his resume speaks for itself. I mean, for his defenses. I mean, we're gonna look back, Ronbo, and we're gonna wish we had it.
Let me mark this date down. Trez called in on January the 14th and claimed that next year we'd be crying about. See, Trez. Now, Trez, I'll mark it down. January 14th, Trez said this team was still going to suffer due to Robert Saleh. And 6 weeks into the season, I'm going to say, Trez, before we get to January 14th of 2019, or 2020, I want you to know that on this day last year, I can't wait until 2020 to tell you, Trez, I told you so. It wasn't about the man who's running things. It was about the man trying to run his thing. You see what I'm saying? So let's see.
Yeah. Y'all said, and we're going to see, because y'all saying, oh, you get him the pieces, the right pieces. Hell, if you get me the right pieces, I'm the defense coordinator, I'm going to look good. You know? I mean, everybody can't have an all-star team, right?
Trez, that's the whole point. I want you to succeed. I would defend you, Trez, if you was in there running the team and had a bunch of sorry individuals. I'd say, look, let Trez alone. Get Trez some players in there, and then I want to talk.
But Ronbo, we don't have sorry individuals though. I mean, really, we don't. I just think, we got a few that needs to go. Trying to fact, all teams have that, but
we got more than our share though.
We just gotta, we do. But we'll see. I just say you don't. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. If Mike McCarthy don't get a job, Mike, come on home, man. We got to open it for you next year. Come on home, baby.
Okay,
come on home.
As long as you
Kyle Shanahan, I'm going to be pushing the button on Kyle Shanahan run, but we have another one of these seasons, bro. I don't care if we win. I don't care if we win 7 games. If we go 8-8, I'm still pushing the button on Kyle Shanahan, bro. I swear I am. I swear I am. Give me Mike McCarthy. Give me Mike McCarthy. And let's.
Trez, if you're going to bring a coach in, please don't bring one that got his ass whooped and ran out of town from wherever he came from. Give me a university. Get
Ronbo,
Saban. Get anybody.
Ronbo,
Don't. Oh,
Ronbo,
no.
I gave you Mike's resume, Ronbo. I gave you Mike's resume. His resume speaks for itself.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't impressed this last year. Aaron is one that told the owners, look, it's either him or me. Anybody but him.
And Aaron gonna suffer. Right. He gonna suffer because he wanted that. He's gonna suffer too. You're 100% right about it. He's gonna suffer. So hey, look. Hey, Ronbo, look, shout out to my tag team partner, man. I'm gonna get on and get out of here, man. You know, I heard you talking about me, a few days ago.
We always do. And Trez, listen.
Yeah,
if Robert Saleh messes up this year, I'm gonna get a petition going. Please bring Trez in for our DC. And Trez, by then they ought to have horses in there to be able to run themselves. All you got to do is stand back there and take all the credit.
That's it. I would gladly accept the job. I'll be working on my staff. Okay.
I hope so.
Because my tag team partner, he'll be on the staff too. We'll
is that
get
right?
this thing up.
Well, your partner's actually here. Bring his partner in so he can go ahead and see if he wants to take this job or not. Because see, Trez is hiring his staff right now. He ain't gonna wait.
Man, Saleh is weak, man. Robert Saleh is weak, man. He's so y'all gonna see it. I'm telling you, y'all just, man. Y'all gonna regret
you know
it,
what,
though. Y'all gonna regret it.
I'm impressed with Saleh's intelligence. When he speaks, I can tell he knows what he's talking about. Now, he needs to be a little more vicious, a little less patient with some of his players, because I would like call them dudes in the office, close the door, and as soon as they walk in, close that door behind you, sit down, right? And then I'd stand up. What in the hell is you doing out there? You know what we lost that game today? And I'm going to just be frank with you. It was your fault. You know what I did? I believed in you for 4 quarters, and that was my fault. I should have set your sorry ass down in the first half. And you going to play ball or what? Because I'm tired of holding your hand, child. You know. And then, of course, he would have went and told us.
So the names I want on this list, I want Ronbo name on the list.
Yeah.
I want Jeff Tan name on the list. I want Coach name on the list. And who else was out there talking about keep Robert Saleh? Who was that talking about?
There's lots of us, Trez. You can't call everybody's name. Trez, listen.
No, I want all y'all on the list. I want you on the list.
I'll help you make the list.
Because your own record
tonight,
talking about.
All right, tonight when you answer the phone, because we got to go while Trez is trying to find us. Tonight, I want you to identify yourself as you first come in as to whose camp you're in as far as Robert Saleh goes. Are you on the Trez train? Okay, let's name it. Oh, okay, go ahead and make it the Ronbo train regarding Robert Saleh.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Make it the Ronbo train. Yeah. I ain't run down ready, man.
I want to get
Have a good. That's my tag team partner right there. Go and get him tag team partner. Shout out to Vader, man.
All right. But I know Vader's on your train. But all right, Trez, love you, fam. I'm gonna tell you what, I see you Friday, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
I love this stuff. We do this every year at the same time. Everybody knows who's got to go, but we never know who needs to come in. But hey, is Trey ready? Because I don't hear any bells. Oh, Trey, one half of the tag team championship. Here he comes. Jeff,
Jeff, bit quieter than that. Just a little bit quiet. Finally,
you got to admit it's not cute and cuddly tonight, Trey.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Ronbo. Shout out to my partner, one half of the tag team champion. Shout out to you, sir. Shout out to the staff. Nobody ever, shout out to the staff, the guys behind the
scenes. They'll get enough credit. Thanks, Trey.
Oh, of course. Now, with that being said, it seems like we got 2 different camps forming. Is that what's going on here? Is that what we doing?
We do on several different players and coaches.
Let TNT be clear that we wanted Robert Saleh out of here. Okay? It's just like, all right, let's just make it right there. But you know what? It is Monday night. It's been real cute. It's been real cuddly. It's been a lot of hugs. It's been a lot of love.
Sugar. Let me sprinkle some sugar all over it. There it is. It's sweet.
Yeah. It's over now. So
I know.
If you don't mind, Brother Ronbo, can we get what we all know what's about to come, please?
And now it's Monday Night Raw. When you hear the bells, you can look for the next thing to happen to be. Let me holler at you. Get ready. I told you. Here it comes.
Do you hear that, Ronbo? John Lynch, you are on the clock. I told you this is going to be an every single week occurrence, Ronbo, until we hear one thing. Are you comfortable with a 31-year-old receiver mortgaging a lot for that? Are you comfortable with that?
I am.
Contrary to popular belief,
I've got a record. I'm trying to get comfortable with Trey. I still feel a little pain right there in this. Every time
I can't give you more. I can't give you more than 1 second round pick in a player. You can have Armstead. You can have any one of the. You can have Solomon. You can have any one of these underperforming guys that we don't need, but I can't give you more than
Jerry
7.
Rice. What do you tell Jerry?
No, hold on. Look. You guys are looking at production. I'm looking at what's going to happen in 2 years when everything's not gravy, when it's not all good, when you're getting, instead of 100 catches, you're getting 50. And you got 800 yards instead of 1,600.
And
then
that
what?
big salary is still there.
Then what? And then you got, a $25 million balloon payment due to you. Whatever. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh, God.
But if the New York Football Giants want to talk business, but they act young, up and coming, Odell is so California anyway. I don't know why this has to be a smokescreen. I mean, you can't tell me that. There's nothing wrong with Antonio Brown, but I need to highlight all you fans that think that we're gonna mortgage the future for some guy that's 31. Okay, sorry, not the future. Not the future.
Yeah.
What we need to find ourselves is some damn pass rush, because the last time I checked, this is the last time I checked. Quarterbacks were doing spinner roonies on us. They were throwing the yards, whatever they wanted. They had their way with this guy and that guy. Any way they wanted it. It was have it your way out there, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was. I'm loving it. It was almost like fast food. I mean, so many slogans.
We had 2 good
7-Eleven always open. I mean, it's just and that falls on Robert Saleh. But see, you see how you agree with me the way that everything. Oh
no.
Oh,
do not. It is not on Robert Saleh. Trez, you remember playing? Wait, one question though, Trez. You remember playing sandlot ball with your boys, and everybody picked. Okay, I got Trey. Who you got? I got Trez. Who you got? I got Daniel Serrano. Hey, Daniel, and then there's that 1 or 2 kids. Oh man, you got to take Jippy, man. You got to take Richie. Oh man, I don't want Richie. I took Richie last time. You got to take Richie, man. It's your turn.
Yeah.
I took Richie last time. See, this is what I'm talking about. Robert Saleh's got a team full of Richies, with the exception of 4 or 5.
This is the thing. You give me at least 1 or 2 defensive sacks, we win the Green Bay game. We beat Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers had his way with the Kello because there was no pressure. So we beat Green Bay. That's just 1. Chicago, come on, man. We don't lose by 1. What do we lose by 5 points to Chicago? Come on, man. Okay, you got a pass rush.
Give me some names. Who's on the front line? Who's the front line defense? Do you remember?
Yes. I saw Eric Armstead out there on the Leo. The Leo. Like, what is that about? Then I did see DJ Jones out there, bless his heart, but he's not a pass rush. Okay. And then I saw Buck. And then I saw Cassius Marsh. I saw 3 guys on the field that I could do without.
Okay.
3 guys on the field.
See? 3. And there's more, and there's a couple more on the bench. So you see, this is why I say putting all the blame on that man is
I need
wrong
Ronald
on
Blair
so
to
many
no.
levels.
Ronald Blair played? I need Ronald Blair to play more. I need Julian Taylor to play more. We saw what the other guys got. Not much.
Julian kind of faded a little bit toward the when he did with more playing time. He's not quite ready for prime time. I expected more from him too, though.
I just need John Lynch to promise me that he's not going to sign a player. He's not going to make a move. He's not going to do anything until he addresses this poor pass rush. Period.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I agree.
Rombo, that's all. I don't want to. Now, with that being said, here's some good news. Rombo. That defensive line coach that we signed.
Is a good one?
My goodness, that guy, he was good with the Lions when they had a little bit of a foursome going on.
Yeah.
A little bit of that going on with Ansa. Yeah, a little bit of that going on with But then he was doing very well with the Dolphins. He had them looking really well, and I think that this guy really understands. Yeah, he likes rushing in waves, and so we appreciate you having us, man. Shout out to the staff. Hit that like, man. It's 350 people in here and 20 likes, man. That's unacceptable.
Oh, no, is that right? I didn't even know. Oh, man, please hit me some likes, yo.
No, I'm calling them out. Matter of fact, Ronbo, hold on. Let me get an installment on everybody that don't hit that like. Can I get one real quick before we go? Can we get just one?
Okay.
No, they deserve it, Ronbo.
He's got installment number 2 of
Yes.
Let Me Holler at You.
His brother Ronbo and his compadres that work behind the scenes work too hard for you guys not to show your love. So show your love, show your appreciation. That's all we asking. Not for no money, not for anything crazy with this man. Just show your love, drop a comment, let him know that you appreciate him because we certainly do, sir. And we appreciate it.
Shucks, Trey, man. You know how I feel about you, bro. Thanks, Trey.
Yes, sir.
All right, Trey. You coming back Friday, man. Let's talk some more. Oh, God. Okay. Oh. Is that Trey? Okay. Trez put GH go hard. He says, love Salah. Better rivals just broke down how much he adjusted his defense as the season went on. Dude is still learning and still having to adjust. People need to realize this team is coming from the ground up. They're in infancy. They need time to build and develop. We can't expect overnight success. There's things that need to be put into place. You keep on shifting DCs. That means you start from scratch each and every year. We started from scratch each and every year since 2014. Look where it landed us. We got rid of Trent Baalke, who does not know how to bring in any kind of a talent. Now we can start to see what happens next. People think that next year is a make or break season. They're not going to fire everybody next year if we don't win the Super Bowl. I'm just kidding you. I'm trying to prepare you. Sometimes these things take time. If you got competent people in place, and I know, well, they ain't proved to be competent. Gotta give them a minute. Because when Trent Baalke left a lot of us, if you go into a new house, right, it's a fixer-upper, right? Can you fix that house up in 5 minutes? Doubt it, right? You got to get a lot of parts. It's going to take a lot of money, a lot of work. You got to give it a minute. You can't keep laying off your crew every time they're not moving fast enough for you. Go hard. You're absolutely right. Give Robert a minute. Hey, Mr. X's. He says teams have to use whatever advantage they have. This year we have cap money. And players who want to play for us. So having less picks this year isn't the same as a team like the Bills having less picks. Good point. Good point. Thomas White says 49ers for AB. Is 49ers for AB? First and second for AB. First 20. Thomas White. I can't even read any further. Let me read it again, though. First and second. Thomas. AB's 31 years old. You gonna give up your first and second round pick? Are you serious? First, 20, and third? Oh, hell yeah, that'll get it done. I mean, there ain't no team in the world that wouldn't take that deal. But we be looking like the Rams starting next year. Ain't got no picks. Rams, what the Rams do? Rams going to the Rams on the way to the NFC Championship. Oh, see, here's the thing about that. All right. Never mind. Don't get me started on the Rams. Mr. Decoit says, let's trade the second pick and we'll give them Garcon. And that's a win-win for them. Friend Tony Bryant. You know, I wonder if they take Garcon. You know, because Pierre, if he's healthy, he's still good, though. Because he's tough. Hey, Mike, am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Decoit? I'm looking at your name spelled like Coit Tower, so I put Decoit. All right. Hey, David. Hey, Dave, come on in. Hey, Dave, please. Hey, Dave, please don't unmute yourself, Dave, when you come in, because we got that under control. But if you unmute yourself, that means it causes us to go back and forth. All right. Dave.
My bad, Ronbo.
Yeah. Just call in. We'll take care of it from there. Dave, come on in, though, man.
Oh, yeah,
What's up?
What's up, Ronbo? This is David from Dallas again.
Hey, Dave. Good to hear from you again, too.
What's up, Dave?
Dave,
Yeah,
you already know what's going on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I already hear everybody complaining about AB's contract and all of that. But, you know, AB got only a $60 million deal in 2017. Last year, he signed it last summer, which was like $40 million guaranteed. So he already got $20 well, $19 million of that guaranteed, so he only has $22 million left on that guaranteed contract, which the Steelers are going to absorb most of it. So we would only have a cap hit for him for 2 years, $14 million. So I don't see what the problem is. That's cheaper than what Mike Wallace got. That's cheaper than what Odell has. Odell has like a $20 million deal every year. I mean, so I think it'll be a bargain to get AB. But I think, you know, the team, everybody's talking about the Jets and the 49ers. I think they're going to run that price up on us because of Jerry Rice and the fan following. They're working hard on trying to get AB, man.
Right.
And then, you know who has the most first-round picks over the next 2 years, right? They have 5. You traded away the number one pick. I mean, the number one receiver for the number one pick, which would be the Oakland Raiders. So you got to watch out for the Oakland Raiders. They're going to be looking to build up their roster, too. And like I said, they have 11 picks to draft. So, I mean, that's a viable option for a lot of people that are going to Oakland.
Dave, I'm having a little problem. Dave, there's a lot of sound around you. Well, Dave, can you step into a...
I'm sorry about that, Ron.
Okay. Oh, that's better now, though. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, but, the Raiders, I mean, they have a lot of draft capital, so not a lot of people are talking about, and they have about $60 million in cap space. They got rid of Khalil Mack. They got rid of Amari Cooper, which was a big hit. You know, David Carr's guaranteed money's up after next year. So, I mean, the Raiders have a lot of money. So you got to be careful about the Raiders, and they're going to Vegas. So, I mean, that's just a viable option for the Steelers. But like I said, if we can give up 2 second-round draft picks and maybe throw in a player, like I said, I was trying to say, Solomon Thomas, you were saying his contract, that's the perfect trade bait because he has 3 years left on that deal.
I was wondering when somebody's going to come in and trade Solomon Thomas. We
ain't going to be able to trade Eric Armstead. He got a $10 million cap hit next year because we gave him that 5th-year option.
9-something. But here's the thing. If you're going to go that route, go ahead and package them both up and get AB for nothing. You know, because the Steelers, they made Vance looks like a star now. Maybe they can do the same thing with Solomon and Eric, you know?
Yeah, and then I heard the guys talking about Robert Saleh. Look at here. Robert Saleh's defense was ranked 15 last year with no players, no edge rush. The only thing that killed us on defense was we were 21st ranked in points given up. We were giving up 22 points a game, and which was called, which I said yesterday, was blown assignments. Kept blowing assignments. Kept blowing assignment after assignment, which kept killing us.
And Dave,
and everybody don't want to.
And that was Hafley's. That's his boys out there blowing assignments. And also, Dave, the offense was not on the field nearly as long as they needed to be. The defense was out there too long. See, that's well,
that's what I'm saying. And everybody talking about, we don't need a number one receiver. Like, you put AB out there next to Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis has 400 receiving yards in his last 4 games and 4 touchdowns.
And didn't even play that much.
He only played 10 games. Yeah, and he didn't even start until the last 4 games. So I'm like, can you imagine him full-time? He hit that weight room, get a little bit stronger. You got Contavious Street coming in. Like I said, we go get Josh Allen. We go get C.J. Mosley from the Ravens. I mean, that's just a nasty guy next to Fred Warner. Fred Warner got a rookie first-team mention. Ricky James got first team, and McGlinchey got first team. So, and McGlinchey only gave up 2 sacks, no holding penalties. He went against guys like Khalil Mack.
He went against the league's best all
year. The best.
From game 1. Who?
He didn't give up no sacks against the guys that they're talking about. And like I said, with AB, what was our biggest problem with our 49 receivers? Was getting open. Every time. We couldn't get open. And that's what gave us a lot of sacks. With everybody like, well, Nick Mullins just sitting there, standing there. There ain't nobody to throw to. If they double team George Kittle, who we going to throw to?
Yeah. But, Dave, I just want to touch on that a little bit, though. I don't know, he may be able to do it later, but you know how Jimmy G used to throw people open? Nick's not really good at that yet.
He's not ready for that.
Yeah. See, that's why our receivers looked so good before, especially 2017. I mean, Jimmy was putting that ball right where he needed. There's the risk of INTs, but that after a while that would stop because pretty soon the timing and chemistry between Jimmy and his receivers would have got better. This is why I'm looking forward to next year for that timing and thing. Jimmy can throw a dude open, and we got the kind of speed you need for that kind of play. So that's going to iron itself out pretty quick too. So
yeah, Jimmy G was just pressing last year. I think he had a lot of pressure on him. People say there was no pressure on him, but I mean, you signed a $130 million deal. Yeah, you gotta play up to that contract.
And learning
so
also
I think that kinda,
Kyle's book. So that's but that'll get better.
I think that, like I said, I'm super excited about this free agency. I think there's just so many options that we could do with the draft and everything. We really want to go get Odell Beckham. Look at the Giants got the 4th pick. Go ahead and trade back to the 4th, give up our 2nd. And they could just go ahead and get that quarterback that they want. And maybe we can go ahead and package a player, maybe maybe our future 1st round or something like that for him. And maybe we could work with Odell, but.
David, I can see you got it all worked out, man. Dave, we got to go though. I'm gonna tell you what.
No, all right, now I got to get back to this route anyway.
All right. All right, David, you enjoy, man. I'm gonna see you Friday if you get a chance. All right.
I'm off on Friday, so I'm gonna call out. And again, shout out Yao Ming, that's my guy.
Yeah. Where is Yao Ming? I ain't seen him either. All right, fam.
I heard him.
Yeah, I haven't either. I've been around for a couple of days. All right. See you this weekend. Yeah. Yeah, we got so many scenarios, but all the ideas we come up with, the guys they got sitting in the office when they start brainstorming, they've come up a lot of these ideas, and you know it. Hey, Daniel Serrano says, hit that like before you even go to the chat. Daniel, thank you, man. Saying. And Coach Tim says, hey, give it a Garcon to them. They wouldn't take him, especially if they're watching the Ronbo Sports podcast like everyone else. Hey, Hey, Garcon, you talk about, how we always talk about we want a guy with more dog in him. Garcon, dude is as tough as it gets. I mean, nobody messes with Garcon. I mean, nobody. Sherm didn't even mess with Garcon back in the day. Garcon is a scary individual, but he can't stay on the field. That's what's I don't know if that's to do with his age or what, but Kareem Jackson says, Brown reminds me of Steve Smith. If I'm right, let's get him. Steve was a beast and played until he was 40. I really think there's something to play to get him. I really believe there must be. Rod Manhammer says, remember back in the day when a cereal mascot would get lost in a different dimension? And you had to buy another box of cereal to figure out where they were. Rod, you've been watching Jumanji. I can tell a Jumanji moment when I see one. Alonzo Soto Valencia says, we should trade down to get Mac Wilson. He's great in coverage. Possibly another Fred Warner. I got to go check out this Mac Wilson. But Devin White would be great also. Yeah, Devin White's like, dude is out there moving at warp speed and everybody else is going at just barely breaking the sound barrier. Niner Inc. And Kenny says, what up? I'm Maniacs. Question. Who do you like out of Bosa, Allen, and Farrell? Oh, man. I wish I knew which one best suits this system is what my problem is. Because remember, at the beginning of the season, I was down on record for Cleveland Farrell. And then I'm hearing about Josh Allen. I went and checked him out. I'm looking at my monitor like, oh, my God. And then we already know about Nick Bosa. Some of the best technique. Nick Bosa is such a technician, And Nick Bosa's he's like using Kung Fu or something out there. You can see the swim move, the spin, the hand over the top, the wrap your body around the offensive lineman and throw him out the way and move. He's got techniques. But I don't know, is it better to have that speed merchant coming out the side like Josh Allen? Man, I just don't know. You know what? Cleveland had a great next move during that game, too. Cleveland put a pretty move on Jonah. Whoa. Sometimes, Hey, Tony.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Tony. I'm going in your territory, man. I'm talking about technique. I'm talking about forget about who he is in the fan crowd of popularity. We're talking about a football player. We're not looking for anybody to win, Mr. Congeniality. We want guys that can win. Am I right?
Yeah, at the end of the day, this team is here to win a championship, and if we're not doing everything to find players that fit that mold of a winning player who potentially has some playoff pedigree, then we need to take that opportunity. But I'm kind of upset with John Lynch. I don't know if he's being quiet on purpose, but if the GOAT wants AB, you give the GOAT what he wants, because it's not like it'll be hurting the team. I think our locker room can handle it personally.
And
we
they
have
said they could.
We have one of the better locker rooms in the NFL, and I think we're acclimated to be able to take a guy like AB in and potentially change him.
Mm. And the locker room already said, hey, Tony, the locker room has already made it public that they are welcoming him. Now, I didn't hear from any wide receivers say anything, but it seems Joe Staley, of course, Richard Sherman, you already know about George Kittle, and others, they welcome AB to come on down. So, you're right. I don't think it'll be a problem in the locker room.
Having a top 5 receiver and cornerback in the league will make them better in the end, because when they're going at practice at each other every single day, they're learning each other, they're getting their bodies ready to take on certain types of players, maybe change up their technique a little bit, kind of tweak it. And you can't really do those things when you're playing 16 games in a season where you'll play maybe 2 or 3 top 10 receivers in the league. You have to do that by being with them in practice every single day, learning how they play, and adjusting your game to that. So I don't think we get any harm from it. He's out after 3 years. We can take the cap space. And Coach was talking about how he's not really a scheme fit, but it doesn't matter. He's a top 3 receiver in the league. Anytime you bring in a guy like that,
what coach,
he's going to drastically improve your team.
Did John Lynch who said he wasn't a scheme fit?
No, Coach. He calls on the show. I don't know what his name is.
Our coach,
Coach.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about Coach Shanahan said that already. Shanahan said that?
No.
Uh-oh. But yeah. Oh, I know. I see you're right.
Yeah. I see where he's going with that. When you have that much talent and that much technique and all of that rolled into one player, there's no way you can pass it up if you have the opportunity. All signs right now are pointing to John Lynch that he needs to try and make this deal happen. Now, if Art Rooney and Kevin Colbert at the Steelers don't want to give up AB for the price we're asking, if it's too much, I'm fine with that. But I want to see some type of effort made to bring him in, because it's not every day you get a 5-6 time All-Pro just waiting right there on the trade block for you to pick up, just like Khalil Mack. He's a generational player, and when you let a guy like him go, you have to pull the trigger. There's no way we're letting another one of those guys slip out. And if we do, York needs to get rid of John Lynch. I'm sorry. He's been decent. He hasn't been great. He's made some terrible mistakes. I haven't seen much improvement from our second-year players, aside from a few, maybe. He needs to pick players better, and when he can bolster his resume with one move, he needs to do it,
As a matter of fact, you didn't hear anything before the Khalil Mack deal was over. We didn't hear anything before Jimmy G was brought in. I think when you hear silence from this particular organization, I think it's probably a good thing. Because one thing they are not going to do, they are not going to go to public. The 49ers, they're such a covert operation now. They do not let anybody know exactly what they're doing about anything until it's, just at the right time. I think that's actually a good thing, because now you can see the pattern, Tony. If they're noisy about anything, or if they come right out and say, then it's definitely over. If they're quiet like this, you can pretty much bet they are definitely doing something. It's just my observation.
They better be.
Could be wrong, but it just looks that way to me.
I think you're probably right, and I hope you're right, because with Solomon Thomas, he was kind of vocal about that, but right before the draft, he was very quiet, and that led to the Bears picking over us because they thought we were going to take Trubisky. That happened. We got Sherman. No one expected that, even though it was kind of like a bang-bang thing. He was very quiet about that. The Khalil Mack deal, we heard nothing about it until Rappaport leaked that we were trying to go for it a couple hours before the Raiders and Chicago Bears did the deal.
And I think they slipped on that. And how about Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy, I wasn't expecting that. And I think Belichick did us a favor trying to get back at the Patriots. He knows he could have gone first and a second-round pick for that. But he gave us Jimmy G for a second, and that's the one thing I'll be grateful for from Bill Belichick. But
And he went that route. But you know something else too, Belichick. I really do think it is. He really gave Jimmy to a place where he thought Jimmy would be best off, because he wasn't going to send him to Cleveland. Cleveland already put a great deal on the table for Jimmy, but Belichick said, "I'm not going to send." But as it turns out now, Cleveland wouldn't have been such a bad thing. But Belichick was going because he had respect for Kyle Shanahan, and that's why I said, "I think I'll send him over there with Kyle." I'm going to ride on out of here in a few seasons anyway. So I put Jimmy where, because I'm not going to let him play because Tom's dad is not going to let him play until he says so. So put Jimmy in a good position to win. And I think that's what he was thinking too. So
it's that and the fact that he only has to play him once every 4 years now. If he sends him to Cleveland, there's a chance they play every year based on how their schedules finish, strength of schedule, stuff like that. They're winning records. So all that goes into place. Rather play him every 4 years than every single year.
Could be, Tony.
And I mean, is it fair to say Belichick is the greatest coach of all time?
Now it is. I'm starting to think he may be. Some of the things he does to other teams really does amaze me. So we'll see.
He's not the most personable guy, but I think he's definitely done the most out of any coach. He's going to break Shula's win record. And for me, if Bill Walsh coached for another 15, 20 years and had success like he did, he'd be the greatest, no question.
Yeah.
But the fact that Belichick has been in one franchise for almost 20 years, won 5 Super Bowls, gone to 8 straight title games, that's unheard of. I don't think we're ever going to see something like that again.
We're not. Not the way the league is designed now. Good stuff, Tony. I'm going to go and look for you on Friday, okay?
All right, see you then.
Thanks, Tony. Talk to you later. And Tony, good stuff again. Team Money Sacktown. Thanks, Team Money. Go ahead and repeat that. It's making me blush. Can you see me turning red? Turning red, right? Renee Cruz says, thanks, Renee. Nada! And Robert Gibby says, AB, no injuries. No signs of slowing down. Dude is a workaholic. Much like someone else we know. Does the name Jerry come to mind? I know where you're going with that. Quest for 6, Devin White, the gorilla with a jetpack. I know, man. Devin White, man. Dude's. You know what's so funny about Devin White? He knows how to tackle. So you're probably not going to get a lot of fouls on him either. That's what I was noticing, too. Christopher Gray says, let's stop saying we don't need a number one receiver. Our number one makes it easy on the rest of the wide receivers and offense. That's why guys are clear. Here's the thing, Christopher, and everybody else that's concerned with the labeling of players and receivers. You already pretty much got the most dangerous threat in the NFL outside of who? Julio? Name some other receivers. George Kittle is going to send the fear of God in every team we play from here on out. Think about this for a second. He's a tight end, right? He's not supposed to do the things that he does. George Kittle can go one-on-one with your best cornerback and kick his ass. Now, if I'm the DC, I'm thinking, you guys, we got a real problem here. George Kittle goes about 235. Kid runs about a 4.5. Now, if I put a linebacker on him, he's going to kill you. If I put a corner on you, he's going to out-muscle you. You see, you can add something next to George, but as far as saying the 49ers don't have a number one receiver, stop it. You got a number one receiver, possibly one of the best in the NFL. Wait. Oh, hey, John, come on in, John.
Ronbo.
Yo, John, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
John, man, I'm just sitting there contemplating what we're going to do next. My biggest prayers are for, can this team please stay on the field? Please stop going down the injury. But they're taking measures. They hired some new people. Let's see what happens next. Man, well, what are you thinking? Oh,
man,
John,
I feel if we
wait, John.
get beyond
I forgot. Wait, John, I have one question. I forgot to ask everybody else this. Are you on Trez's train or the Ronbo train of Robert Saleh needs to be fired?
Oh man, that's a trick question. That's a trick question,
okay,
man.
put it this way: is it Robert Saleh's fault?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Or is it? Be honest. I want you to be honest because
I'm
Trez
gonna be
wants
honest.
to be honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead.
Because in the beginning of the season, man, I just feel that the defense didn't get the adequate rest due to the fact that we kept going 3 and out and couldn't move the ball. I think that just kind of made it look like we were missing assignments and bad tackling. Man, he got to really work on that, you know, the tackling and all of that. But I feel, I feel he deserved another shot. But I'm with Trez. I thought he was gonna get cut though. I thought they was gonna move on from him. Honestly. I really did.
Who knows exactly what to do?
Every day I was reading like, is he on the list? Is he on the list?
So okay.
Panned out.
So you're thinking Robert Saleh could use a little more time, but at the same time, he did get on your nerves too. All right. So John, where do I put you? Do I put you on Trez's train or the Ronbo train? And don't feel bad. I mean, whatever. We're taking account on purpose.
Put me. I'm gonna be on your side.
All right. but don't do it just because we're talking, though. You know, I want you to be honest. Which one do you really want?
I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I feel he deserves another shot because we play with so many different people in the secondary
every week, different guys
due to the injury bug.
Yeah.
Every week it was a different player in there.
Yeah.
So I can't just wholeheartedly say that it was his fault.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel he could deserve a holler at me, you know what I'm saying?
And he got one too.
From John Lynch, But real talk, man, I mean, I was calling in to say about the AB situation.
Yeah, go right ahead.
No disrespect to Odell Beckham, but I feel bringing in Odell Beckham would shorten Pettis' upbringing, I feel having a more veteran receiver like AB over Odell.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest now, Odell, he's a little diva too now.
Yeah.
He throws tantrums too. So I just feel that Brown is more productive. I mean, even though, schemes matter, when it comes team to team, you can't just say that Odell is not as productive. But I just feel that Brown will fit our team better because, like you say, you got Brown on one side, Pettis on one side, Goodwin going deep. Then you got Kittle. You got Jet coming out the backfield. So it's just him. I just think he will make teams respect us more. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely.
That's how I feel.
Because he's a dangerous weapon. So anytime you got a dangerous weapon out there, even if I always get away from the number one receiver thing because Kyle doesn't want you to think of anybody he's got out there as a number one receiver. As far as Kyle's concerned, you need to worry about every last one of them because I'll hit them up anytime. Exactly. If one of you guys goes to sleep, if I see a weakness, if I see you slow and missing on your assignments, I'm gonna tell Jimmy to knock you out right through that area. See, that's the way Kyle's offense works. So. But it does help to have dangerous guys. If I could have 5 number 1 guys, if I could have 5 number 2 guys, I'm just as happy as a pig on summer day in a pool of mud.
Man. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, but like I say, I feel we headed in the right direction. We got to bring in somebody, name wise. To give us an edge and make people respect us more when it comes to our offense because every week they just feel, we stopped George Kittle, we got a chance or however. But to bring in another monster, to have another weapon, and also to that would just open up so much other stuff. I mean, they wouldn't know who to key on. week to week.
But
and,
see,
and
that's
like I say, Kyle is the best play caller in the
there
game.
is,
I mean,
man.
as far as
You'll
scheme
see it
wise.
too. But that's what I'm saying. If you got George taking too many, if the safety, you got a linebacker and safety back there trying to stay with George, a cornerback just in case. Do you realize Dante Pettis, if he can stay on the field, will butcher a team if that happens? I mean, you can get whoever you want to. Dante Pettis is still going to kill you. If Marquise Goodwin is healthy in the game, whew, boy, talk about a mistake. That combination right there alone. I got Jerick McKinnon. I can send him out of the backfield as well. You're going to be overwhelmed right now, even before AB comes to the team, with offensive weapons that can get it done. Those guys, we don't have a locker room full of sorry receivers. That's just a myth. Fabricated because of the fact that everybody wants to see AB or Odell Beckham Jr. But they still got weaponry. But you can upgrade on the weaponry. I understand that. But these guys they're not chopped liver. They can get it done.
I feel Pettis showed me enough to not want Odell. Honestly speaking,
they got the same hair.
I really feel they are like one in the same. Honestly,
kind of.
I just think he hadn't had the proper time on the field due to his injury, his foot or whatever. But
and that'll get better. He's got to gain some size, so durability is a question.
Yeah, he need to bulk up a little bit and work out a little more, whatever he got to do to stay on the field, so we can see that greatness, But I'm with you though, man. However, whoever they bring in, we need to bring in somebody to help on that edge situation. We gotta have us a pass rush. That's a must. I mean, if we who you like in the draft.
All right, you know what? We're going to get into draft more as the season goes on. But, John, we got to stop right here. But I'll talk about that a little later. We're gonna have, draft days are coming up. I'll tell you who I like then. I got to look at these guys a little more, too, John. So, all right, fam. Let me see you Friday, okay?
I'm liking Allen, man. But okay, man. Later, Ronbo. Y'all be good, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you, fam. All right. And Daniel Serrano's setting me up with his auntie. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for the contribution, too. He gets Theo Ronbo. Hey. Oh, and Coach says, tell that kid, Tony, the name is Coach Tim, and I never said AB wasn't a scheme. Get your facts straight. Tony, he said, get your facts straight. He wrote it in caps. He says, anytime you want to compare notes, just hit me up right here. Uh-oh. And Greg J says, no, Rumble, you're wrong. Bill, since Jimmy to San Francisco. Oh, Belichick. Belichick sent Jimmy to San Francisco because when he's done in New England and Brady retires, he's going to make a move to come to San Francisco and pick up where he left off. Jimmy was a plant. Wouldn't that be awesome? But he'd have to come as if Kyle gets things rolling. Kyle made a joke about if Belichick was out there as a coach. He doesn't want to move anybody, but if Belichick wants to come out, be a coach and help me out, I'd have to think twice about that. So, wouldn't it be great to have Belichick 2-3 years from now sitting around? The reason I'm here is, as you know, I had a little problem with the Patriots. I skipped it myself, but we're going to win a lot of championships here. I'm going to make sure we do. Thanks, Bill. Bill talks like a thug nowadays. JJ says, I want him to trade a second pick, but not a first. Happy Murray said he's in the NFL. That should work in our favor. Probably will, And Daniel Serrano says, we need a wide receiver that can catch 10-plus TDs, a real red zone threat. And again, but guys, it's going to take scheme. Julio Jones. He doesn't have, I don't think Julio had 10 TDs. You got some guys who I actually think, both Dante and Kendrick had more TDs in the end zone. I'm going to go look that up. I think Julio didn't have that many. And last year, Julio only had 2. It's about how you're used and scheme. If there's somebody we got, it's probably George Kittle. He'll have the most chances in the end zone because of his size and strength. And Kyle's going to, if you're going to throw that ridiculous 50-50 ball, I hate that. If you throw the 50-50 ball, that's where you're going to throw it. The fade, there's only a few plays you can run, but it's all about the scheme and how you work it out. Hank Moody says, everyone at my job gives me shit on how my damn Niners doing bad. I'm sitting back quiet as bleep, like I'm going to be laughing in all y'all's faces next year. Fam, he says, and now I ain't the only one holding the faith, man. Hank, man, see, it's going to be... When this program gets installed completely, we're going to see it. Remember the Falcons the year before they went to the Super Bowl? Remember how the Falcons did well, but not really? And then the next year after that, after Matty Ice, after the whole program was incorporated, all of a sudden nobody could do a damn thing with the Falcons. That's on the way. Uh-oh, here he comes. Big Show! Well... Oh, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Come on in, Joe. I've donated my jersey, by the way, so I took your advice. And Reuben Foster has been sent to the Goodwill Agency. I just hope they don't send it back to me. I'm scared.
Yeah, the Me Too movement would probably be after you, so.
They probably would.
But, anyways, I want to put an end to the Nick Bosa fanboy club because there are some people on here that are grasping at straws, still thinking we are going to be getting him.
Yeah.
We're not going to be getting him, you guys, okay? So give up on that dream, okay? Free agency will depend and dictate a lot in what we do at the draft because if we sign an edge rusher in free agency, which I think we're going to be doing, then Nick Bosa is definitely off the table. And you're going to start thinking of guys like Devin White, Deontay Thompson, the safety out of Alabama, and then a tackle possibly. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy to think like that, but Joe Staley doesn't have much time longer with us, and so we got to start thinking about that as well too. You know what I mean? So.
So you sound like the Grim Reaper delivering bad news tonight. My God, you're scaring me.
Well, some people need to get over that Nick Bosa thing because after I saw his brother get manhandled by Trent Brown, that's usually not good news. And those of you that think that Kyler Murray is going to be going number one to the Cardinals need to go to the sink, rub soap in your eyes, and open them, and then slap yourselves in the face because Kyler Murray, first of all, is only 5'11". He's not going to be able to see over 300-pound, 6'6" lineman in the NFL, and that size right there is going to scare a lot of GMs off, and that's not worth going up to number one and getting him.
So tell me a little bit more about Kyler Murray. Wait. Is he got scrambling ability? Why is it everybody thinks he's so great then? He's 5 what?
He's not that. He's 5'11". He's got scrambling ability, yes, but he's not that accurate as well either. I mean, he's not Russell Wilson and he's not Patrick Mahomes. Let's put it that way. He's gonna be in the top 10, the top 10 or top 15 to a team who needs a quarterback, and they're not going to move up to number one to get him, especially when the draft is deep with pass rushers and D tackles and other defensive players. You know.
Now, how did he get vaulted? They say he's going to be right, like you're saying. He's going to be one of the most sought-after quarterbacks in this draft. Why? I'm not watching any film. I got to see what is it about him. Guy, he's turning down.
College.
Go ahead.
College is so different. It's a different animal than the NFL. There are quarterbacks who are like mobile quarterbacks will get figured out really quick, and their career will pretty much after the first year. Pretty much die out here pretty soon. That's compared Kyler Murray to is Lamar Jackson. And when the Arizona Cardinals coach made those comments about Murray, they were back in October before he was hired onto the Cardinals. They weren't made right when he was hired onto the Cardinals. He was hired onto the Cardinals.
I've been trying to find out about that. So he said that before he became the coach.
So, yeah, exactly. So he's not going to the Arizona Cardinals. They're not giving away Josh Rosen. They're not. Oh, that's a pipe dream. yeah, so I can see either Arizona taking Nick Bosa or a defensive and hungry team that needs an edge rusher as well taking Nick Bosa and trading to number 1 again. And Arizona gets more picks because they also need a brand new offense pretty much and an offensive line, and that's a perfect trade offer right there to give away Nick Bosa like that. So, you know what I mean? So, because their defense isn't really too bad.
Yeah, no. In fact, they didn't have any problems with the pass rush. That's why I was wondering, are they going to go get more picks? You got the number 1 spot. Why don't you just fleece a team? Because you don't really need Bosa. This is why I think people are thinking Bosa might be available number 2. But
the Raiders are going to trade up to get Bosa. I think that's the more likely scenario because they need to fill that.
And they need him too.
They need
I
to
hope
fill
they have
that.
to trade up with
they
us.
need to fill that Khalil Mack void. Yeah, they need to fill that Khalil Mack void. So
yeah,
a lot of
we've got a
fans
void too.
Pissed off. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. But a lot of fans in there were pissed off. They traded away their best pass rusher. So.
Oh, it's real bad. So yeah.
But yeah, and as far as AB goes, like I said last night, I'm 99% sure he's coming to the 49ers, whether people like it or not, and those who say we don't need a number 1 receiver need to go eat a bowl of cactus for breakfast tomorrow morning because you're a little crazy there.
Can
we
have bananas and milk in it too? Is that okay?
Whatever floats your boat. We haven't had a wide receiver since Terrell Owens, and that was back in 2003 to give us multiple touchdowns, and that's what keeps us from getting over the hump.
But you got to keep in mind who the quarterback was too. You know,
definitely.
Way too much emphasis put on the receiver. Some of it has to be given to the quarterback. If you got a quarterback that knows what he's doing, where to put the ball, you can make a mediocre receiver good. There's a lot of teams that do that. I am slightly concerned. Ben Roethlisberger is going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Was AB partially benefiting from Roethlisberger's ability to put that ball right where it needed to be? I do think Jimmy G can do that as well, but I want to see, and somebody else said it too, well, it's because of Roethlisberger that AB is so good. I wonder and AB got pissed. He said, yeah, trade me and try me. And I said, here we go. And that was a few months, that was midway through the season, I remember hearing that. So we'll see what happens. If he comes over and he looks just as good with a voice. You know what the big test would be? I want to see AB go 3 games with CJ.
In preseason.
You know about AB being pissed off. Oh, man. But anyway, we'll see. All right, so good stuff as usual, man.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
You too. See you Friday. Yeah. All right. Uh-oh, it's the Hulkamaniac. Hulk!
What's up, Ronbo?
Hulk, as you know, we're having fun tonight with a series of things. We got a new defensive line coach, as you know. And I just heard, and it's good that I'm glad we brought that up tonight because somebody said that's one of the best defensive line coaches that's been around the league for a while. So we did good there. Jerry Rice has gone on record as saying, I will take full responsibility. If you need some money to pay Antonio, I'll take care of it. If he messes up, call me. So, like, Jerry's all of a sudden, he's like, he's pretty much the sponsor and spokesperson and also the man to call if AB gets out of line. I love it.
We need to make Jerry Rice a strength conditioning coach because he has his own hill. It's like 2 miles uphill that he runs every day.
Hey, I've seen him working out. What do you mean you say his own hill? You mean a hill behind his house or something, or near his house?
Yeah, somewhere around wherever he lives.
Yeah.
It's like he has a trail or whatever, but that's where he runs like every day.
Yeah. No, hey, Rice is. I want to know where does T.O. work out, though. T.O. looks better than most of the guys on our team. Man, I reached a picture. I've seen a T.O. Yeah, he is. T.O. wants to know, everybody know what kind of condition he's in. The dude's, he's got them abs where as you put your fingers in, you can actually get depth in between each pack. You know, the hell, man. T.O. could do. T.O.'s doing drugs now because nobody's going to test him. That's too cut. And I got cuts, but I mean, come on, T.O., man. I mean, if I had to compete with you, I'd quit. Jesus. But anyway, go ahead, Hulk.
And Kyler Murray's like 5'8".
What?
Yeah.
Really?
But he beat Baker Mayfield's records at Oklahoma.
Dang. But why is everybody loves this guy?
Well, he has a chance to play with the A's.
$14 million. He told the A's, if you pay me $14 million, I'll stay here. He said, okay, I guess we'll see you as we watch you play at football. We ain't paying no $14 million. So, he's out. So he came right on back to football. That's amazing, though, man.
And Kingsbury said that in October when he was still coaching in college.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. So can't hold him responsible for that. He's not messing with Josh Rosen, so yeah. All right.
But anyway, I have something that we could do, Ronbo.
Yeah, what's that?
People might get mad at me, but I don't care.
They always do.
So we could trade our 2 pick with the Raiders 4 pick and get one of their first-round picks. So we have 2 first-round picks.
Whoa.
And they can get Bosa or whoever.
Okay, so you don't really care if you get Bosa or not.
I don't want his injury ass.
Oh, that's right. I forget. What am I talking about? Hulk is in the Ohio State area. He does, him and DeMille.
And DeMille, I know how you feel. I have the Black Red Montana jersey, and everybody thinks it's a J.T. Barrett jersey. I have a Peyton Manning, Tennessee, Heather Gray, Gridiron Gray, and the J.T. Barrett jersey. I want to wipe my ass with an Ohio State jersey, okay?
So I take it you don't really particularly care about the Buckeyes. I love that stuff, but you guys kill me, man.
No. Oklahoma State University.
Well, anyway, the AB drama will unfold. I figure, I guess we got another month to go, huh? Yeah, January, end of February. Oh, what am I talking about? Yeah. You know what? That gets started in about 3 weeks where it really heats up. And then somebody will make an agreement. There'll be some kind of agreement, handshake, wink, wink. Okay, so as soon as it's legal, man, we can get the paperwork in order. And let's get it done. Congratulations, 49ers. You just got yourself a new wide receiver.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. If we trade the Raiders and get 2 picks, we have the 4th pick.
We still have a pick, yeah.
And then we can give them the 2nd pick for AB. Robo, AB and Pettis on the outside and put Goodwin in the slot.
I like it. I like Goodwin's speed on the field. I like AB's route running. Between AB and Pettis running route, and Jimmy G throwing guys where it's supposed. Jimmy G putting that ball right where it's supposed to be. And as soon as they get that understanding down, SHIT. For children running home, don't respell that. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Oh man.
And Robbo, I don't know where Iowa gets their tight ends, but they have a tight end. His name is Noah Fant.
They got another one? Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness. He's George Kittle number 2.
Yeah, You know what? It's the same thing with the Notre Dame. Some schools just are specializing in getting certain people. Offensive linemen, if we could put Notre Dame on our farm club, make Notre Dame our farm club, just go get offensive linemen when we need them, I'd do it in a heartbeat, man. Because Notre Dame, they've always got some outstanding offensive linemen every year. Man, I haven't checked them out this year, but that Iowa State, they're going to continue to have tight ends. Iowa had a wide receiver last year, too. I don't know where he is now. Do you remember his name?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. But anyway, he was.
But the whole thing with Brown in the practice, he ran a wrong route, and Roethlisberger should get him out of here, and that's what AB threw the ball at him. and the team, I read an article today, and the team voted Juju the Player of the Year.
Oh,
lost the game.
Brown really wants out now, and that's why he's unfollowed everybody in Pittsburgh. Hulk, we got to go. I tell you what, man, hopefully the story develops more because we get a little more detail, a little more pieces all the time. I want to see where this is going. Crazy. All right.
Go Niners.
All right. Oh, see you Friday.
Oh, and I wanted Jeff Fisher, so I'm off the top of the,
Wait. Let me make sure I heard you right. You said you wanted Jeff Fisher?
As defensive coordinator.
Let me get this straight. You said you wanted Jeff Fisher.
Yeah. He better we get back at the Rams he built the whole team. He better get back at the Rams.
And I got to admit, Jeff did say he'd love to come back and play the Rams. So, nobody even talks about him anymore. Poor guy. I can't argue with Jeff Fisher. If he could do anything, he could play defense. You just can't lead a team. All right. I'll talk to you Friday, man.
All right. Go night out.
Friday. Sweet. Let me go over here. And Mike, hey, what do you think about Greg Papa being a Niners new announcer on the radio? Are we going to hear touchdown Niners? I wonder. Because he does that for that other team that we won't pronounce right now. He used to. And Gohard says, I'm tuning in midway through the segment, right? But who was the delusional caller that suggested we trade Kyle Juice for a fourth round? That got a lot of attention tonight, didn't it? Actually, Razor started that trend yesterday. But Kevin started it tonight. You know, a lot of times we make judgments over one single play. We got to stop doing that. If a guy makes a mistake, doesn't mean that's what he's all about. You think about all the good things Juice does, they outnumber the bad things. He's had a few mistakes, granted. When he does it, it always burns me up too. But I don't know that I'm ready to get rid of him. Because the dude blocks. I mean, Matty B would be pissed. I mean, I think all the running backs would be pissed if something happened to Juice. Hashtag ban him from Ronbo Sports for life. Gordon's very strong in his opinions when he says them. Daniel Toronto says Ronbo once body slammed 100 Raider fans in one day. And I was, for a while there, a few years, I said, I kill at least 4 Raider fans a day. And on days that I fall off my average, I really feel bad. Horacio Flores! Sup? Uh-oh, there he is. There he goes. And it's Nighthawk! Nighthawk!
What's up, Rambo?
Nighthawk, you, man.
What's going on?
Hey, Nighthawk, man. We talk about having some beans or some browns and rice, or some brown rice. As you know, Jerry Rice is campaigning hardcore for Antonio Brown to join your San Francisco 49ers. Oh, by the way, we got a new line coach, by the way, as well. And
okay.
Looks like Rich Scangarello. Anyway, our quarterback's coach. Looks like Denver Broncos are going to get to talk to him. Anyway, Anyway. But now, what are your feelings on some of these things? And wait. One more question, Nighthawk. Because Trez and I are trying to build up each other's army. I like me some Robert Saleh. I think Robert Saleh will look good once he gets the right players. Trez said Robert Saleh will fail no matter what because he's not a good coach. So we got two teams. The Ronbo team says let Robert Saleh have more time. Trez says get rid of Robert Saleh yesterday. Which team you want to be on?
Man, I don't know.
I forgot to ask the last caller. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, hey, think about it, Nighthawk.
But I think I got to go to your side because we got to give – because, I do want a new defensive coordinator, but we got to give – because if you get somebody new, they're going to have to learn again.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. These guys have made some progress, slowly, yes, but they know the program. There's some better players needed at certain spots, and let's go. That defense looked better toward the end of the year. Yeah.
So I give him another year.
All right,
I give him
go.
1 more year.
I chalk up another. Somebody will call and hurt my feelings in a minute. So I got Nighthawk on my team as the Give Robert Saleh Some Time Club. All right. And now, what else you want to get into today? You like the idea of Jerry Rice bringing AB in, or should Jerry stay out of it, or what do you think?
If look, Rice is he know what to do. He's been a player before, so he's an expert player. So I don't mind him doing that. He can help us out.
I believe so. Jerry Rice, if anything, Jerry can judge talent. Jerry Rice has said some bad things about a lot of players too. So if Jerry says you're good, you might be good. So yeah.
Because he's a 10-time. No, he won working records. He know what he's doing.
He's a GOAT, Nighthawk. Ain't never been nobody better.
Nope.
Deion Sanders likes to argue about it, but don't listen to Deion. Deion said, I stopped Jerry Rice anytime I wanted to. Y'all give that boy too much credit. He's a good friend of mine. But you're looking at the greatest right here. I'll play Jerry straight up right now.
I remember when he was playing against Darryl Green with the Redskins.
Yeah. You know what? AB could be on the team pretty soon, Nighthawk. You know what's going to happen, though? Nighthawk, we're going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got to go, Nighthawk. And the Steelers will be saying things like, well, we probably could have a couple of more seasons from him. You know, we could have put up with some more of his stuff. And Smith-Schuster is he's a good wide receiver, but he's no Antonio Brown. So, you know, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, like, I hate New England, but you know what? One good thing about it, they helped us up at the quarterback.
Yep. Can't get mad at them no more. I just don't appreciate you know what? I don't like the Patriot fans. Every time I see a Patriot fan, I see them everywhere, too. They pop up all of a sudden. You know, 49er fans are delusional if they think that Tom Brady is not as good as Joe Montana. And even if I'm not in the conversation, I go jump in. Say what?
I tell you what, the head coach for the Indians is better than Oakland. At least he tried to help us out.
Yeah. Well, John Gruden ain't trying to help nobody out, though.
Yeah, because Shanahan and what's his name is Bill Parcells is a good friend. So
it's a mutual respect. Belichick was asking Shanahan because Shanahan was running all over. Before the Falcons found a way to lose that game at the end, and everybody blames Shanahan for not just kicking the field goal, but still. As I fall back on, come on, them sorry. Again, defense. That's why Shanahan's probably scared. Defense. They gave up over 21 points in the last couple of minutes of the game. That's why I cannot blame Shanahan for the whole thing. But anyway, that's why Belichick wants to know, how did you score all those points on me? I'm Bill Belichick. You know, so he's had respect for him since then. That's why he sent Jimmy G. Part of the reason why I think he sent Jimmy G to San Francisco, he likes Jimmy G a lot, really does like him a lot. And he didn't want to send him in a situation where he was going to have to put up a lot of misery. So he figured send him to San Francisco so he could go 4-12.
Yeah, but
it's going to get better next year, though.
Yeah. But you know what? I hope he gets Josh Allen from the draft.
Yeah, we got to do a poll on that. Who wants Nick? Who wants Josh? Who wants Cleveland? And there's another guy who's supposedly pretty good, but I don't know why. He's number 2, and I forget his name, what school he goes to, but they say he's rated above Cleveland Farrell 1 spot. Yeah, I got to look at this film.
Sometimes when you number 1 pick or number 2 pick, they're not good.
Don't mean anything. Exactly. Good point, Nighthawk. Gosh, good point.
I mean, you got Alex Smith was number 1 pick. He didn't do nothing.
And who was the best quarterback of them all? We passed him up. Aaron!
Yep. And it was. Yeah, we passed him by. And then we passed Wilson, too.
Man, there's a Pittsburgh fan here. It's pretty angry. He says you can have AB, not Juju, and bleep off. Steeler fans, do you want Le'Veon back? I get the feeling, are Steeler fans on the side of the company? Interesting. I guess. Let me talk to you Friday, okay? We're out of time. I'm going to close down here.
Okay.
But,
Can you give me a shout out?
You know I can. Niners!
Nighthawk is out. I'm gone.
All right, Nighthawk. Have a great night. That's interesting.
You too.
You know, it's funny because you rarely see Steeler fans complaining about the Steeler organization. They didn't get on Le'Veon Bell's side. And as from this, I bet this reflects a lot of sentiment in the Pittsburgh area, or the Pittsburgh nation, period, Steelers nation, is you can have AB hands off of Juju. Do we ever treat any of our players like that after they get up in age? Do we have to start saying, get rid of him now? I guess Garcon's not one of ours. Garcon didn't get raised the 49ers organization. That's interesting stuff. Anyway, hey, Daniel, hey, thanks. Once we get AB, will you pop and lock for us? I'll work on it, Daniel. The coach says Kyle Murray's listening. Oh, he's even short. Coach, they just called him 5'11". Coach says Kyler Murray is 5'10", 195 pounds. For an NFL quarterback, isn't that dangerous? Hey, Deshaun. Deshaun, where you at, man? Deshaun is in his car. I can tell by the wind whipping by through his window. I just hope he's not driving while he's asleep. And the car is that's not funny, huh? Hopefully he's in an open road in every direction, maybe out on the Mojave Desert driving. Deshaun! Hey! Let me get a couple of things more. Jarrell says, remember when the Chiefs and Redskins agreed to a deal that included Alex Smith? And that deal was done on January 30th, and I hope we are already on the phone. Probably are, Jarrell. I mean, that's why I'm saying it's probably so quiet coming out of Santa Clara, because the 49ers, when they're up to something, notice how quiet it gets in Santa Clara? Pedro Caixinha. Pedro Caixinha. I'm putting too many syllables in it. Caixinha. Pedro! This is Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray has submitted the paperwork to turn pro. Plans into the NFL draft. Murray has informed the A's of his intention to follow his heart to the NFL. Even though the A's are saying, 14? Kyler, let me give you 16. What? 20. Kyler, you're not going to make that your first year in the NFL? Come on. God, there's more limelight and glory. I may be back. Keep my locker available for me. I'm going to the NFL. NFL's a glamorous spot. It's the number one's America. You know, the NBA thinks it's America's number one sport. It still is the NFL, NBA, LeBron and all. And Cowboys Live says, Ronbo, if I was the 49ers, I would give a first-round pick for AB. If you was the Cowboys, and you are, would you give a first-round pick for AB then? See, I want you to use your own capital and get back to me. And see, what? No. Great day. I thought we did Great Day already. I remember that one. Oh, no, yeah, that's the one with Bill Belichick. Miguel Cuevas. Unbound! You know how strange it would be if I did that to my own nephew. We just can't do it. I just did it because Miguel asked him. You know I wouldn't do that originally. Oh, God. Jaime, no, they don't, man. I do this because, I just love the Niners, you know what I'm saying? I can't get enough of Niners. The offseason, down through the years, has bothered me more than anything else. This is why I decided 4 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to just keep that stuff alive all year long. See if I can get other folks to join me. We just talk about the 49ers 24/7 all year round. Every time something happens, get out and talk. That's why Jaime, my fam. Let's see. Hey, Deshaun. Deshaun. Hey, Deshaun. Deshaun, where you at, man? Go ahead, Deshaun. I can't really hear you there, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear a little better now. Are you standing in the wind? It sounds like the wind is blowing your phone.
I had to put the window up.
Good. I had it picked. I said it right. I said Deshaun is rolling down the road with his window down. Deshaun! As long as you see where you're going, it's okay. You driving, right?
Yeah, I just got finished driving.
All right. Hey, Deshaun, I'm taking a poll before we get into anything else. Trez and I are trying to find out which camp is the biggest. Now, Trez believes that Robert Saleh is the worst DC of all time. He says no matter who he had, his scheme is sorry, his mentality is sorry, his attitude is wrong, that he knows nothing about football, X's and O's, and he needed to be fired last week. Now, it's me. On my camp, I'm saying Robert Saleh is a very intelligent, sharp individual. I can tell when he speaks, he knows the game like the back of his hand. I said if he had better players, he'd kick ass. So, which camp are you in, Deshaun? Are you in the Robert Saleh, get him the hell up out of here? Or are you in the Ronbo camp, or should I say the Trez camp, of get Robert out the hell up out of here? Or are you in the Ronbo camp that says, give that man some more tools and another season?
I'm on the third one, Ronbo.
You what?
More time. I'm on the third one. He needs more time, and he needs. He has a lot of injuries, especially in the secondary. You lose Adrian Copeland. Now I understand he was the worst safety, but you never know. What can he turn out the other half of the season?
Yep.
He can put his helmet on the ball, draw the ball loose.
Yeah.
He can also probably pick 6 touchdowns. You just never know.
He got a lot of speed.
Now then you have now Jimmy Ward. You don't know what Jimmy Ward can turn out to be. Jimmy Ward can turn out to have a bunch of PC. Just never know.
Yeah.
So I think he needs another time.
There you go. But I gotta tell you, so that puts you in the Ronbo camp. So Trez, I don't know, Trez, I think a lot of people think Robert Saleh, I don't know, he just ain't had not enough time or players. All right, Deshaun, the main subject tonight, though, was about Jerry Rice campaigning heaven to get Antonio in here now. So what are you thinking about that?
Yes. We need to get him in because Marquise Goodwin, last year, this year, no. To me,
wait, Deshaun. Last year, Marquise was straight money. This year, I'm not another story, though.
He was straight money, but he still made some drops for turnovers, and he did it again this year.
Yeah.
Then he got the injuries.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown is the best receiver of all time.
Yeah.
My favorite receiver of all time is Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
No. He is going to do it. We need a go-to receiver. All the rest is Dante Pettis, Kendrick Bourne, or Trent Taylor. They do the rest.
Yeah.
I want my best receiver of all time, Jerry Rice.
There you go. All right.
They just did it to Ruben Foster, too. They could have had Patrick Willis. He could have mentored Ruben Foster. That would be nice, too.
That's why the 49ers may fool everybody. The 49ers, with the second overall pick of the 2019 draft, select the envelope. His name is Greedy Williams of LSU. Everybody's going to fall off the seat. You're going to have a lot of people thinking, hey, what happened to the edge? But at the same time, you say, whoa. I'm sorry, I mentioned the wrong player. Devin White. My bad. Devin White, LSU. Whoa! Now, first everybody's going to say, whoa! And then you're going to say, but what about the edge? Listen, Deshaun, one thing about this, though, if the 49ers get an edge rusher out of free agency, everything's a go. Everything's a go from there. They can trade down, they can keep it, and they can get Greedy or White or whomever else they think is next on their list of people they need. Oh, it'd be interesting to see. I'd like to see them get that edge out of the free agency, actually. Go ahead. Let me stop.
I'm looking at Washington Redskins defensive agreement. Brian Carrigan.
Deshaun, I'm still having trouble here. Deshaun, are you on speakerphone? Because you still sound faint.
No, I think there's something running. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you can hear me now?
Actually, it's better now. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Brian Carrigan of the Washington Redskins, I would like to have because he will fit Robert Saleh 4-3 defense. And I like Josh Allen. I was on Ferguson from Louisiana Tech. I was on his bandwagon, but I kind of looked at Josh Allen. Josh Allen can do it all. You can put him in a 4-3. You can put him in a 3-4. This guy, he can cover outside too. So I like Josh Allen.
Yeah, everybody
better.
says that.
You
I gotta watch him more.
4-3.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, he's the speed. We have a speed, and also we have a Justice Smith kind of, just get right in your face, push you around.
Well, you know what? We don't need him to do that. We need him to be the attack dog. Because, you got Buckner in the middle, and we got a couple other big dudes in the middle they got to push around. And especially, boy, I'm starting to like me some DJ Jones. Dang, that boy's strong.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Jesse, DJ Jones remind me of Vincent Wolf when he first drafted him. This guy is a monster in the middle, man.
And we ain't,
man, they get the job done.
And Deshaun, we've not seen Contavia Street. We're talking about a dude who squats damn near 1,000 pounds. Now, I hope he doesn't do that anymore for a while, because that may be the reason why he hurt his knee. But we got that monster coming back next year to take a look, too. So, it looks promising. We'll see.
I think so. I mean, I forgot about the Contavia Street. I remember somebody was putting their hands on their arms. I seen they drafted him. I said, you come up and say something about Contavia Street. I forgot about this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. But I think if maybe we have him, and then don't forget about Josh Allen. Josh Allen got that speed around the corner.
Yeah.
To get that better.
There's so many. They got to figure out what would formulate and work best. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm glad the Dallas Cowboys out, and I'm working on the Rams to get the heck out of here too.
They got to get excused this weekend. If the Rams win this weekend, it's going to ruin my entire month of January. My God, that would suck. Oh,
yes.
That's why I wanted them out last week, because I knew the Cowboys couldn't beat nobody. If they could just handle that one simple job, get rid of the damn Rams, because I knew whoever they played next week is going to beat the hell out of them. Now I'm concerned about the Rams and Saints. Really am. Because the Saints beat them only by 10 points in Nolans. We'll see.
Dallas Cowboys offensive line is the only line that can really handle Aaron Donald, but now I'm kind of like scared now.
Yeah. Deshaun, we got to go, man. Let me see this weekend, huh? Or Friday.
Okay, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Hey, have a good night, Deshaun. Drive carefully.
All right, you too, Ronbo. All right.
Thanks, fam. All right. And Sheik says, if we get Earl Thomas, sorry, Trez, I'm the Ronbo train. We always ride together, but if you don't get Earl, I'll join every time. Oh, God. Okay. That's right. Because if you leave Richard Sherman, if Salah goes, the system goes, Earl Thomas is pointless. That means Richard Sherman is no longer. It would just be a really mess. Trez, I'm adding people up here, man. I'm telling you. Talking about 78, I have the same San Francisco 49ers jacket, too. Hey, cool, lady. Good taste. Brother Hobbs L says, right, I was thinking T.O. for strength and conditioning coach. Whoa. But T.O., you know how T.O. is. He wouldn't have. T.O. be checking in like every other day and checking. Be like, we need a coach that can be serious there every day. I can't see T.O. being that, but he would be good. Coach Tim says it takes a strong defense to win championships. It's our first priority, and that's the case. Because look what the Saints did to the Eagles yesterday. The Eagles didn't do a dang thing after that first couple of points they got after that, and then the Saints put that fire out. I mean, it's poured water on it, stepped on. And JTSF, what's up? And the boss George, George, what's going on, fam? Yeah, man. Hey, as we getting ready to say goodnight, shucks, fam. I'll be back Friday. There's no telling what may develop between now and Friday. You may see Jerry. Can't you see Jerry doing press conferences? He's got his boy AB standing next to him. Yeah, I just want to say to the Nine of Faithfuls, one thing we need to do is stick together on this because I've already talked to John. I've already talked to Kyle. They won't accept any more of my phone calls. But you and I both know that AB, you imagine him not taking any more of Jerry's phone calls because Jerry's calling too much. Hey, fam, please remember to hit that like. I look forward to seeing you. And remember, I'll be asking you, which club are you in? Are you in Get Robert Saleh the hell out of here? Or are you in the Ronbo Club of give that man some time and give him some players, for God's sakes? I know!